complete to Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson makes someone miss. Garrett Wilson's loose to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Breece Hall cuts up the middle. Breece Hall's loose. Breece Hall's gone. Breece Hall is gone. He walks into the end zone. Josh Allen fires it over the middle. Intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks off Allen. Sauce Gardner, let's go. The rookie picks off Josh Allen. Win it. It's that long. Oh my God. Drops back to pass. He fires it over the middle. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson. The New York Jets tie the football game. The rookie. The Jets win. The Jets win. Ashton Davis. Ices the game. Let's go. Handle Quinton Williams with the tackle for loss. That's a loss of 5 yards. Josh Allen is going to fire up a bomb. Josh Allen. Sauce Gardner's there for the game winner. The New York Jets beat the Buffalo Bills and improved to 6-3 on the year. Sauce Gardner. Yeah. That's how we get on the ball, boy. Yeah. Yo, Jets Nation, welcome back to Jets Media. Good morning. It's another Aaron Rodgers watch party. The Jets are closing in on Allen Lazard. Now, what does that mean? What do you think it means? Yeah, you guessed it. All right, another Aaron Rodgers watch party begins. And that the Jets are closing in on Allen Lazard, I just have a lot of speculation to get into. So hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday morning. Day number 2 of free agency officially beginning. Day number 425 of the Aaron Rodgers watch party, it feels like, right? We're on the same page there. And now we sit and we wait for the official word because we heard from Trey Wingo yesterday. I just took the tweet off the screen, but I'll put it on there one last time. This is what Trey Wingo said. Hearing Rodgers to the Jets is done. That was yesterday. Since that tweet, there has been no confirmation from any, somebody that is reliable, right? Like an Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, Adam Schefter. Nobody's confirmed it. And my theory is this. My theory is that the Jets and Aaron Rodgers know that he's coming. And they are just, every time there's a reporter like Adam Schefter, there's a reporter like Connor Hughes, and there's a reporter like anybody trying to get in an inside scoop about what's going on with the Jets are just telling him lies. Because they want Aaron Rodgers to make sure that he's happy. Because I think Aaron Rodgers wants to announce this on his own terms. He's leaving Green Bay, potentially. It's been 18 years. That's a big deal. And we know Aaron Rodgers' history with the media. So this is my theory. I don't know anything. My theory is that the Jets know. Rodgers knows. We also saw a report yesterday that Rodgers is recruiting free agents to join the Jets. Huh. Interesting. Well, Allen Lazard is closing in on coming to the Jets. It's not official yet. There's still another team involved. But according to Adam Schefter, it's close. It's pretty damn close, man. And I'm excited, bro. And we all should be. Woo! So I want to get your guys' thoughts in the comment section. In the live chat, if you guys can do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button on this Tuesday morning. We're just getting started here on the Jets Media Aaron Rodgers free agency watch. It's been a long, I don't even know how long it's been, man. It's been a while until this freaking news broke. We were this close from thinking it happened yesterday, right? We all thought it happened yesterday, but unfortunately, it did not. And the Jets are also working on re-signing Sheldon Rankins. My man Dan says. Rich Cimini says that they are Really interested in re-signing Sheldon Rankins. Now, if we can get Rankins back, that would be gigantic because the interior defensive line, it's pretty weak outside of our superstar Quinnen Williams, especially if Rankins walks. That's the hypothetical. If we re-sign Rankins, it's not weak anymore. But the problem is the market, because Rankins deserves to get paid, but the Jets are going to have to pay Quinnen Williams a lot of money, and they have a lot of money to allocate around Aaron Rodgers, right? So that's really what it comes down to. How you feeling, Richie? I'm feeling a little better today, my man. Thanks for asking. Now let's talk about Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard coming to the Jets potentially is amazing for a lot of reasons. Because he's a familiarity with the system with Nathaniel Hackett, number one. Number two, it's kind of a sign that Rodgers is coming. Is it not? Is it not? Because if we heard a report yesterday that Aaron Rodgers is waiting this out and he wants to, he's recruiting free agents to come to the Jets. Well, we just found one that he's recruiting. That's what we're finding. That's what we're figuring out right now. Let's go, baby. All right, so whether you're watching this live on YouTube, whether you're watching it live on Twitter, good morning. Let's go Jets, and let's hope this freaking nonsense happens, bro. Because I know we're all sick and tired of waiting, just like every single one of us. I'm going to go on Twitter and see if there's anything that we're missing. All right. So the latest news is just the Allen Lazard stuff. I want to get your guys' thoughts. Now, I do have a question, though. What does this mean for Corey Davis? I think this could mean that Corey Davis gets packaged in the trade. This really could shape out for Aaron Rodgers to be traded to the Jets with Corey Davis going to the Packers, because the Jets have not cut Corey Davis yet. If the Jets are moving on from Corey Davis, you'd assume that they just cut him, but they didn't cut him yet. So if they're going to be all in on Allen Lazard, you have to assume that they're going to move on from Corey Davis, but I would be shocked if it's with a trade instead of a cut. If you're the Packers, you would want Corey Davis, right? You want as much weapons as possible for your new quarterback that's going to be taken over in Jordan Love, no? So Jordan Love needs weapons, and I think Corey Davis would thrive in LaFleur's system over there. Jason Kelce has re-signed with the Eagles on a 1-year deal. Max value, $14.75 million. Wow. Nice. All right. So now, I'm really hoping that we figure this out today and we don't have to sit here and wait for hours. But I really feel like it's done and we just are waiting for the final word, bro. I'm serious. I think that it's done and we're just waiting for the final word. That's my gut. That's my gut. Matt LaFleur drafted Corey Davis. Exactly. Corey Davis had his better years under Matt LaFleur over there in Tennessee. And I think it's done, but I know that me and everyone in the chat, Jets fans, Packers fans, everyone around the world, they want the final official confirmation is done before we really start popping the champagne. You feel me? You feel me on that? Let's talk about Allen Lazard real quick. Allen Lazard is coming off a good season for the Packers. He's 27 years old, and he literally is another version of Corey Davis, if not a little better. He's younger. He's more durable. Last year, he put up 60 receptions, 788 yards, and 6 touchdowns. The year prior to that, he had 513 yards and 8 touchdowns. So, in his last 2 years with the Green Bay Packers, he had 6 touchdowns and 8 touchdowns. 6'5", 227 pounds. Yeah. I like that. He's actually an undrafted free agent from the Jaguars back in 2018. You know, those undrafted free agents, they're good, man. That tells you a lot about their mentality, tells you a lot about where they came from. So, you're giving me Allen Lazard? Yeah, I'm all in, baby. Let's get him in the building. We're closing in on him. We're closing in. All right, everybody, let's get to 100 likes to start it off, baby. 80 likes with 343 people watching already. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get it going, man. This is going to be a good Tuesday. I like the taste of this Tuesday this morning. I'm liking the taste of the Tuesday this morning. Let's stay positive, folks. Let's stay positive, folks. Jets Chaos chimes in. What's up, man? Richie, are you nervous this might not happen or completely confident? I'm pretty confident right now. I am pretty confident, if you want me to be honest. Now we got Modine saying Lazard's never had 1,000 yards. Well, guess what, Mo? We're not signing him to be our number one receiver, so we don't need him to put up those numbers. If he can put up the numbers that he did last year, 788 yards and 6 touchdowns as a number 2, number 3 receiver, yeah, that's what we want. You should forget that we have Garrett Wilson coming off an 1,100-yard season. We're not signing that man to be a number 1. Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted. He just fills in the perfect spot for this offense. Is a big body guy that's really good in the blocking for the run game. We have Garrett Wilson. It's not like we don't have our number 1 receiver ready. He's a red zone threat. Derek said it perfect. Lazard is a red zone guy. Go up, get the 50-50 ball. Reliable on third down. That's what you need. We're not sitting here and thinking this man is the next number 1 receiver that's going to put up 1,000+ yards and 8 touchdowns plus. You got to be able to get players that can fit the system, that can block. Lazard's a great blocker. Absolutely, Alvarado, which is a big piece. We need good blocking wide receivers, bro. We need good blocking wide receivers in this scheme. And we saw a lot of good blocks from Corey Davis and Denzel Mims. We still have that Denzel Mims, but now we need to make sure that we add more blocking to the receiver room. Jacoby Myers signing with the Raiders. They're becoming the New England Raiders over there. The Raiders are signing Patriots wide receiver, 3 years, $33 million. A weapon for Jimmy G. Okay. I mean, that doesn't affect the Jets, but that's good news for NFL purposes. Alrighty then. So now, I don't know the latest from the Jets side of things. And by the way, this is the first time we're hearing any news on a Jets free agent. This is the first time we're hearing a news on a Jets free agent, or Jets potentially signing a free agent, because we have not signed anyone yet. We've re-signed Quincy Williams. We placed a second-round tender on Bryce Huff. We re-signed Greg Zuerlein, by the way. That's some good news. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. There hasn't been any news regarding the Jets and pending free agents because we are waiting for the Aaron Rodgers domino to fall before we really start signing players. That's the reason for it. which makes sense. And it's interesting to see the market for Myers. So he got 3 years, 33 mil. Okay. That's 11 mil per year. That's like a Corey Davis contract, basically. Imagine Sauce, DJ, Chuck Clark, and Jimmy Ward's going to Houston. But it is cool to imagine that. I wonder what the Patriots are going to do this offseason. They trade away Jonnu Smith. They lost their best receiver. Now what? Now, it's also not a guarantee that the Jets are getting Allen Lazard. It's not official. So now we sit and wait for that to become official as well. I hate that we have to wait for that to become official. Like, why announce that it's closing instead of just waiting for it to happen? Fine with it if it gets us Rodgers. I just hope we don't ship out Elijah Moore. I really don't think we're going to ship out Elijah Moore. We have 2 years of cheap control of Elijah. We're in a 2-year win now period. I don't see the Jets trading Elijah Moore. I don't know where these rumors are coming from, but I do see some people asking me, Richie, what's with the rumors on Elijah Moore? I don't see that. Texans upcoming watch out down the stretch. Yeah, I think the Texans are going to be, depends who the quarterback is. I mean, who do they sign? Case Keenum? And they have Davis Mills? They'll maybe draft someone at number 2. The NFL has been blowing up Patrick Mahomes' phone for the entire offseason to see if they can join him on the Chiefs. Of course. We're not trading Elijah Moore. It needs to be Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, and Allen Lazard, and Denzel Mims. That's what it needs to be. Why do we want to trade more, guys? We finally feel like we have Elijah Moore going to be able to break out. Come on. All right, apparently my man Rich on Twitter just added me saying that the music was too loud in the background. My apologies. I'm going to lower that now. Hopefully it shouldn't be any too loud. My apologies. We need to be able to keep Elijah Moore in the building, man. I'm telling you. We will. Okay, so if we're looking at the contract of Jacoby Myers, do you guys feel like an Allen Lazard contract is going to be similar? I think the Jets are going to hand Lazard a similar contract, especially when it comes down to if you want to think of it from a Corey Davis perspective as well. Corey Davis got a 3-year deal around that same price. I'd like to get Lazard for cheaper than that. Come on. I don't know why Elijah Moore is being talked about a lot on Twitter right now. Like it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. All right, so now we are sitting and waiting, and I feel like this Lazard news is going to happen today for sure. Now the question is, when is the Aaron Rodgers news going to break? Is that going to be all day today? We'll find out, baby. All right, everybody. So your boy is closing in right now on 16,000 subscribers. Pretty wild stuff. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, do your boy a favor and hit that subscribe button because we are just a few subscribers away from hitting 16K. And that's pretty remarkable stuff. Texans got Shaq Mason. Yep, I think they traded a 7th for it. Richie, did you see Moore or David recruiting Rodgers? That should tell you a lot. I saw Elijah Moore tweeting something like a finger emoji recently about the Rodgers situation. Yes. Lazard is highly competent. Yep. We don't need him to be a superstar. We already have our superstar. How are we feeling about McKay? I'm feeling good about him, baby. He looks like he's in great shape. Moore could possibly be traded to Cleveland. If he is, they better. Okay, where is this Cleveland news coming from? I'm seeing a lot of people talking about Elijah Moore and Cleveland rumors. Where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? Don't see that anywhere. Where on Twitter? Who's the source? Is it fake or is it real? That's the question. Becton looks slimmer than he did at the combine. Yep. Like. Yes, sir. Patrick says Moore is a second-year diva. We don't need that. I don't know, man. I think that with the new offensive scheme, especially with Aaron Rodgers potentially, we're going to see a real Elijah Moore. That was from last offseason. They tried to trade for him, so people are assuming they want him again. Jets X Factor reported it. Okay, I got to find this out. I got to look. I got to figure out what you're talking about because I don't know. What you guys are referring to. Could someone send me this Elijah Moore rumor? Because I don't know where it is. I don't find it. Well, Jalen Ramsey's restructure dropped 23 cap hit from 17 to 4. So Finn's, wow. The Dolphins are making some moves, baby. Interesting stuff. Exactly, Gregory. Moore is not going anywhere. 2 years, cheap control. That's what I'm saying. Why would you want to trade him anyway? How does this stuff snowball? Cleveland wanted him last year. To Jets looking to move more. Now, I don't buy it at all. I like Jets X Factor, but I ain't going to them for news on. Where do they even break that news, bro? All right. So Sam Darnold's deal with the 49ers is a base value of 4.5 mil. That is such a good landing spot for my man Sam. You guys know how I feel about Sam. I know I got a soft spot for him, and I don't care if you make fun of me. I think Sam's going to flourish. I hope that he gets his chance to play because he's going to the most quarterback-friendly team in the world. Sam Darnold. Man, last night on NFL Network, I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but they were playing the Jets versus the Packers game in 2018. After that game, bro, I swear I thought we got something in I thought we got something in Sam, bro. I really did. He went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers that game and looked so good. That was his rookie year. I think Sam is going to do great things in San Francisco if he plays. It is kind of interesting that the Allen Lazard news is like, if you read Adam Schefter's report, Jets are actively working to reach an agreement to Packers free agent wide receiver Allen Lazard. There is another team involved and no final decision, but the Jets are trying to reunite Lazard and Nathaniel Hackett. So that doesn't tell me that they've agreed on a deal. There's another team involved. Interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know your prediction in the chat of an Allen Lazard contract with the Jets if he gets signed. What do you think? Mr. Boise Bomber, good morning, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be more than this. 12 million per for 3 years or 12 million in total? Because that's not it. 2 years, 22 mil. I can see that. Three for 36. I can see. 3 for 40. That's a little pricey. Because you want to think of it from the perspective that, okay, we want to pair a receiver with Garrett Wilson until we have to pay Garrett Wilson, right? We have technically 4 years of cheap control of Garrett Wilson, but we do have 2 more years until we're going to have to negotiate an extension with Garrett Wilson, right? So that's why you want to get him a partner now. And you could pay a lot of money for one if you need to. Why are we going after Lazard? Because he's familiar with the system. He is the exact receiver that the Jets need if we move on from Corey Davis. That's 6'5", big threat that can block and can make those possession catches and go up to get those 50-50 balls. Three for 30 would be good. He is a great blocker. Yes, he did. Lazard had 60 receptions on a garbage Packer team. Exactly. And 6 touchdowns. And 750 yards. And he's only 27. I think Corey Davis is going to be included in the Packers trade. That's just pure speculation, but if you think about it, the Packers need a receiver. And I think Corey Davis would be a good receiver for Jordan Love. No? Myers got $33 million over 3 years. It's been very quiet since that Allen Lazard news. This has been such a weird free agency period. Not even just for the Jets, but for the league. It feels like it's very slow. Usually free agency, I feel like goes very quickly. What does soul mean? So Rodgers tweeted this out last night, and I guess it's referring to his teammate or ex-teammate or whatever teammate you want to say, Rasul Douglas, who has been trolling on Twitter all this time. So soul is a nickname for Rasul Douglas. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Heineke got signed with Atlanta. Yep. What do you think is going to happen with Lamar? Tomorrow is when teams can start negotiating with Lamar on a deal. So now the Raiders got Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers. Not bad. With Jimmy G, I mean, they're not a threat in my eyes, but it's a quality team, I guess. Yeah, they're going to. I mean, Devontae Adams is just so good. How would you feel if Whitehead was involved in the Rodgers trade? I'd be a little shocked because then we have a big hole to fill on safety. 2 big holes. Unless you're penciling in Clark as a starter, then we have 2 starters to fill, if not 1. So I think Whitehead ain't going anywhere. Dominique chimes in as a Ravens fan. He still thinks Lamar is getting extended. I hope so, because I don't want him to go anywhere in my division. All right. There's no news yet. Mike White to the Dolphins. Yikes. I expected that, though. Definitely expected that. Folks, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. We're closing in to 200. 200 likes, baby. Let's get it going. Let's get to 200. 20 more to 200. Let's break yesterday's record. We got to add the Aaron Rodgers watch to the bottom of the screen. Come on, baby. Can Lazard leverage the situation, ask for more money if he knows we need him to get AR? I don't think Lazard is a definitive point to get Rodgers here. I think it would. And so my answer is no. Hey, 200. Let's go. Thank you, guys. What was yesterday's record? It was around like 450 or 500, something like that. And guys, we did this yesterday, but I have a stream set up and it's private. So no one sees it unless I give a link. But we have a whole stream ready to go for when Aaron Rodgers becomes a Jet. And I'm going to give you guys that link one last time so you guys know it's coming. And I set it up days and days and days ago. If you want to click that link, that will bring you to the next stream that I will be starting when Aaron Rodgers officially is announced. Now, I don't know when that's happening, but I just want to let you guys know we would be ending this abruptly. So SpotTrack's market value projection for Allen Lazard, as our man Boy Green is putting on his Twitter, is 3 years, 37 mil, which is around 12.5 mil per year, which would make him the 25th highest paid receiver. Yeah, that makes sense. But this link will bring you to the stream where Rodgers hopefully becomes a Jet. And I hope that this stream will be able to go live eventually. Right? Johnny Boy, what up, man? A year ago today was when Rodgers signed his new contract with the Packers, which is important because you can't tamper with the contract officially under before 1 year legally. Is that true? Do you like DJ Reed? Yes, I think he is one of the most underrated corners in the NFL because no one talks about him and he puts up shutdown numbers. He put up shutdown numbers. What is the new stream for? That new stream is for when Aaron Rodgers is announced to be a Jet. We're not going live on there anytime soon unless the news breaks now. If the Jets announce that we are landing Aaron Rodgers and it's officially official, that's the stream that's going to go live when it happens, which is why I just want to give you guys a link to it because you can't have access to that stream unless I give you a link. All right, let's check what we got. Who's my favorite Jet? That's way too hard to answer. I love a lot of players. It's the first time that this Jets team has so many likable players where it's hard to decide. It really, really is. No, this does not mean he wants more money. He can't get more money. It's just the restructuring and how to make it work. He's going to get paid his money. It's just a matter of when he does. No need to spam, Brendan. I got you, my bro. You don't need to spam. Please don't spam. I love all the Jets hate in the chat. Like they're putting their time and effort into clowning the Jets because they are a little insecure about the Jets, it seems. And they're going to be like, what? The Jets? I'm insecure about the Jets. They won't admit it, but they are proving themselves in the chat by doing exactly what they're doing. Keith with the first super chat of the morning. Thank you, Keith Jackson, with the $5. We appreciate that. If the Jets get Lazard, do you think the Jets could still get Thielen? No. I think it's one or the other. I don't think they're going to get Lazard and Thielen. I think that it's one or the other veteran receiver for sure. I think that the Jets are definitely going to add a receiver this offseason, and it seems like it's going to be Lazard. Now, we don't know if that's official yet, but I mean, look at Rodgers' face right over here, looking into Lazard. He likes that man. Bring him in. Chat, who would you rather have, Lazard or Thielen? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Lazard. Someone says Thielen. Someone says Thielen again. Don't mind both, but I like that Lazard is young. Yeah, exactly. Like, Thielen is trending down. Lazard's trending up. That's the advantage there. And he has chemistry. Julian with the $5. I appreciate that, bro. He says, hey, Richie, I really want Ben Jones, and we lost McGovern. I'm pretty sure we did not lose McGovern. I think that was a false report because the Bills signed Conor McGovern from the Cowboys, and then there was a false report about the Lions getting our Conor McGovern, but I don't think that was true. I seriously think McGovern's still a free agent. Yeah, I don't see a confirmation that our McGovern. Let me double check. Yeah, I think that was an incorrect report. Because if you think about it, the Bills, Conor McGovern, he's getting 3 years, $22.35 million. And that report about, Aaron Wilson tweeted the news about Conor McGovern's contract, and he said Lions. I think he just meant to say Bills. So our Conor McGovern's still out there. I would love Ben Jones, no doubt. I wouldn't mind keeping McGovern as well. Rumors more to Cleveland. I don't buy these rumors. I don't know where the rumors are coming from. I'm not buying it. I mean, I'm really not. I'm sorry. These rumors are just coming out of nowhere. I haven't seen one rumor of this. Is it because the Browns are want him? Why would the Jets trade Elijah Moore, guys? Please let me know. He has 2 years of cheap control on his contract, and we have a 2-year window to win with Rodgers. Why are we giving up one of our weapons? It's not happening. There's no rumors. Hey, Richie, what the conclusion of what we think the package is? I think after seeing Lazard coming here potentially with the assumption that it happens and that the Jets have not cut Corey Davis yet, I wouldn't be shocked if the Jets included Corey Davis in a trade package for the pack in the Aaron Rodgers deal. I'm not saying you guys are making it up. I know that there's rumors out there. I'm just saying I don't know. Maybe they do move off. The only way I could see the Jets moving off of Elijah is if they sign Lazard and then they draft a big time receiver high in the draft. Then that'll make sense. If you trade away Elijah and you sign Allen Lazard, then I'm all in on getting a receiver in the first round. For sure. All right. Now we wait longer and longer. So this has been a quiet morning since the Lazard news. I wonder when the Lazard news is going to be official. The Jets also made more cap space last night late by restructuring John Franklin Myers. So the Jets are making lots of restructure deals throughout this process to free up cap space in order to bring in new players. All right. Why have we not restructured Carl Lawson and CJ Mosley? Well, we already restructured CJ Mosley's deal at the beginning of last year, so it's a little more complicated to do him. But and I heard a report from Rich Tamini that the Jets are actually trying to shop Carl Lawson. Now, if they're trying to shop Carl Lawson, that tells you that they're trying to get something in return instead of just straight up cutting him. And yeah, that's that. Need to address the weaknesses on the O-line. Yes, sir. I think that after we get Aaron Rodgers, hopefully, the first couple moves after that is going to be O-line. I disagree. JFM was worth that contract for sure. He was a big reason why the Jets defense was good last year. Versatile weapon on the outside and the inside. All you box score watching people, man, go watch the film. That man was a beast last year. The Dolphins, some rumors out there that the Dolphins have been monitoring Dalvin Cook. What's your expectations for Breece coming back this year? Breece, I think that he's not going to come back to his old self maybe until the second half of the season. I'm hopeful that he'll be all right, but we'll see, man. I really think that he has. It's so sad because it's like Breece was like literally at one point last year the reason why we were winning. Now it's very rare that a running back is a reason why you're winning games. I mean, the Titans are kind of like the only team in recent history that you can kind of correlate that with. But the Jets were on the backs of Breece Hall, and then he went down. So I don't think he's going to get back to that dominant ways right out of the gate. I think it's going to take him a little bit. But when he does get back, bro, this team is CJ will have a career year. Which CJ you referring to? Mosley? He has a career year every year with the Jets, bro. And I can't stand the people thinking that we should get rid of CJ Mosley. I just makes no sense. Do you want the defense to get worse? Like, second All-Pro for a reason. Richie, what do you think about this trade? Mims, Moore, Davis, and a 2 for Rodgers. No way. Sorry, man. We're not getting up 3 receivers. That ain't happening, man. We can't give up 3 wide receivers and a 2 for Rodgers. It's going to be less than that, man. We're not going to have that. That's giving him our entire receiver room. Everybody laugh at this Houston Texans fan because the Texans are even more ass. I want a replacement for Mosley at some point, though. He getting up there in age. Yeah, that makes sense. But right now we're in a win-now mindset. CJ Mosley don't miss many tackles. Much same with Quincy. Quan has helped us out so much. That's another person we have to look out for. Is Quan coming back? We'll see. Still on your Rodgers watch, huh? It ain't happening. Finns will always... What have the Finns done to own us? When if you haven't owned us in the first place? I don't understand this. Finns will always own you guys. You haven't owned us. So I don't know what this means. I love all these Dolphins fans because they know if we get Rodgers, things are getting spicy. Talk all the crap, baby. We love it. Keep it coming. What we giving Big Q? We giving him the richest contract in defensive tackle history behind Aaron Donald. Hopefully. Finns can't win anything. Don't push their buttons, Kyle. Come on. They're really sensitive. Finns are the Bills with only making the playoffs, nothing else. All right, Jesse. What's up, Richie? Do you think Rodgers will? I do think Rodgers will. Kenny Payne's ready. I'm ready too. Jacob with the $2. What's up, man? Patiently waiting here. Let's go. Hey. I appreciate you tuning in, man. We got fans all across the country. Thank you, bro. What's up, Joe? Let's go, baby. Do you think Rodgers is waiting to get his million retweets for the California fires before he makes his announcement? Everyone should retweet ASAP. I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't think so. Bro, Tua makes Sauce look like a fraud. You wish. Rodgers won't help y'all. Okay, you lost to Rodgers and Zach Wilson. You guys can't even get into the playoffs. You haven't won a playoff game in 23 years. It's okay. Thought Tua is waiting for his statue at MetLife. Wow. Well, Tua didn't verse the Jets once this year because that man can't stay healthy. You think we're afraid of the Dolphins? We're more afraid of the Bills than the Dolphins. I tell you that much. What's up, Richie? Do you think Rodgers will hop on the McAfee show? I hope so, man, but I'm not going to bank on it. Hey, Richie, when the news breaks, I'm running outside and screaming my head off. Let's go, Jets. Yes, sir. You guys are fun. I still don't believe he'll be on the McAfee show, but he does. OMG. I don't think he's going to either, guys, personally. I really don't. I could be wrong, but I'm not banking on it. All right. Come on, baby. We want, what? The McAfee show starts in an hour and 20. So yesterday we were doing the same thing. I know that Tuesdays are usually his days to join, but yesterday we were doing the same thing. Let's go. How come it says my stream is upcoming and not that we're live right now? Strange. Does that happen with you guys when you see my stream, when you click it? I got to change my background on my YouTube channel. It's just a little outdated. Just a little. It does say that it's upcoming for you guys? I don't like that. I mean, at least you guys still clicked on it. But it says like 591 people waiting, even though we're going to keep it going, I guess. I saw the set saying coming, not live, but I went by the time. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't like that, but at least you guys are still getting in here because we still have 600 people watching, which is good. Do you think we still get Rodgers? Yes, I do. Tommy says, Richie, I love you as a Dolphins fan. You're entertaining, and everyone knows the East going to be a shootout with Rodgers. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, bro. Means a lot. Better send us Elijah Moore. You're getting Corey Davis, the Packer Savage. Do you think Bills would trade for Henry or D. Cook? They should. In school watching. Let's go Jets. We appreciate that, bro. Sauce just went live. Sauce is live all the time. Love it. I need to I would like to fix me. It's saying that we are not live. We're live, YouTube. Enough of this nonsense. Enough of the nonsense, YouTube. All right, let's get to 300 likes, though. 273 likes. Let's go. Smash that button. Alvarado knows the vibes. See, some Jets fans ready to get rid of Moore, but every other team's fans gets excited at getting him. Why are you so quick to move on from him? I don't get it, bro. I think it's because of his trade request, maybe, from last year. You have faith in our coaches to make a deep run. Nathaniel Hackett, obviously, we don't know too much about him. So, yes, I guess. But I do got trust in Saleh and those defensive boys. That's for sure. What's up? What's the official narrative going to be once the Rodgers saga ends? The narrative is that the Jets are contenders for the AFC. And you can laugh all you want, but it's a fact. And that's going to be a narrative all throughout the offseason, heading from the national media, by the way, not by Jets fans. I already see national media figures saying that exact thing. That the Jets are serious threats with Aaron Rodgers. Because if you watch football and you take your biased goggles off of your hate towards the Jets, and you saw what they did last year without a quarterback, you would know that they are threatened with the Hall of Fame at their quarterback spot. It's just based off of recent history. If you see the playmakers that they got, the young talent that they have on this team, and you look at it from the perspective like, oh, you add a Hall of Fame quarterback to that team, and they were that good without a quarterback, yeah. That's the reason why. Let's freaking go. Rodgers did not take it lightly. People were calling him wash. He's going to mop the floor. People were calling him wash before he won back-to-back MVPs and put up 84 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in 2 years. So keep sleeping on that man. I dare you. The O-line wasn't there because of injuries. Wasn't because of talent. We had the most injuries, and that's not an excuse. It's a fact. We had 5 offensive tackles on the injured reserve. 5! And we had our best offensive lineman who plays left tackle, left guard, right tackle. 4 positions go down in week 5. A-Rod is a bad man. Davis is the odd man out because of the finances. The reason why, and I'm going to say it again, you can call me a fanboy for Elijah all you want. This is not the reason why I'm saying this. The financial perspective of this, guys, Elijah Moore has 2 years of cheap control. From a business standpoint, it would make no sense to move on from him. From a Corey Davis standpoint, it would make all the sense to get away from him because you free up $10 million. Does that make sense in your guys' heads? No? Richie, if the deal gets done, give me your WL totals. I could see 11 and 6. 10 and 7? Just kidding. We're going 17 and 0. It's really hard for me to just say with a straight face, yeah, the Jets going to win 13 games. Like, I really can't say that, okay? Like, I'm not used to being able to say those things. Jets. Richie, do you think Aaron makes an announcement on Pat's show today? I don't think so, but it's possible. He hasn't been on there in a couple weeks, but today would be the day to do it. How about you win a playoff game, bro? It's been literally my entire lifetime since you won one. It's pretty sad, actually. I saw a comment. Where did it go? I saw something like, why would the Packers want Corey Davis's contract? Well, it's because it's an expiring deal. It's just 1 year. They're not committing to Corey Davis for long term. They would just have to. It's a Corey Davis 1 year deal, and if you want to give your quarterback and Jordan Love all the weapons you want to see if he's the guy, I think Corey Davis is a reliable target for him, especially with the familiarity with LaFleur. What possible reason that we are still waiting? It's not giving anyone any advantage. I personally believe, and this is my conspiracy theory. Now listen up. This could be false. I could be wrong. But my theory is that the reason why we're waiting is that the New York Jets are lying to the media. That they know what's happening. They know that Aaron Rodgers is coming. But they know that Aaron Rodgers is an interesting lad. And they don't want to poke the bear. This is a tricky situation. They know that when Aaron Rodgers wants to come to the Jets, he wants to announce it on his terms, and they don't want the reporters to be able to announce all these things. So my theory is that the Jets know, but they're telling the media that they don't know anything. And that Douglas, Saleh, they're all in this little bubble, and they're talking to Rodgers, and they're figuring all the finances out. Rodgers is literally recruiting players to come to the Jets, and now we have proof of that, of Lazard talking with the Jets. Again, I could be completely wrong, but hearing all the reports from Ian Rappaport, Schefter, Connor Hughes saying the same thing, that the Jets and the Packers are awaiting Rodgers' decision. Bullcrap. The Jets know. Okay? They're just lying to the media because they do not want this to get out. If I'm the Jets, I'm doing the same thing. I'm lying to the media. The media just wants to make money. Come on. Let's go. We have a Dolphins fan tweeted on Twitter, how the F did New York Jets fans sleep last night? I heard one of them had a 6-hour live stream waiting for the news to drop. Insane. Yep, you're talking about me. And then DJ tweeted, they are special in a different breed. That guy's referring to me because he, Smoke, the Dolphins guy, Smoke, responded to my tweet going live for 6 hours, and that same guy responded to me. We are built different, bro. This fan base is different. Let's go. I love it. Waiting to see any type of news? What do you guys think? What's with this guy saying bear down, bro? You're gonna get in timeout if you continue that, bro. Do it one more time and you're in timeout. No spamming allowed. Thank you, John. This is a compliment. Bear gone. Richie, would you be happy for Bills fans if they finally won a Super Bowl? Let me ask you this. Would you be happy if the Jets finally won their first Super Bowl in 50 years? I don't think you'd be happy. I mean, listen, there's a lot of great Bills fans out there that I'll be happy for. Oh, we got some Jets news. Not that big news. Relax. But the Jets aren't tendering restricted free agent Jeff Smith, which means he's walking. So you're around us, so that makes sense. I'd be happy for guys like Dan Mitchell. I love Dan. Break Rodgers on McAfee, Richie, throwing you a bone here. What are you talking about, Frank? What's Frank talking about, man? Derek, love your show. Keep up the great content. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'll go to Jake and O'Leary with me inside source if you're not going to run with it. I don't know what you're referring to, Frank. You have an inside source? Moose Guy, Moose City, $5. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Other fan bases terrified of the Jets with a quarterback. They are, but they won't admit it. Some people will, some people won't. Some people will admit it, and some people will not. Thank you, Moose City, for the $5, man. It means a lot to the channel. Matthew with another $5 donation. Will you watch the Jets next season if Zach Wilson is a starting quarterback? Absolutely. I'm a Jets fan. I watch the Jets no matter who the quarterback is. I watch the Jets with Josh McCown at quarterback, with Bryce Petty, Geno Smith. I'm a Jets fan, not a Players fan. I like players, but I'm a Jets fan, bro. So this is answer your question. And guess what? I'll be rooting for Zach to prove everyone wrong. I'd be cheering for Zach Wilson to prove that he's the guy. Because guess what? The best case scenario for this team is for Zach Wilson to be the guy. But unfortunately, he's not right now. So my man Frank is doubling down saying Richie Rodgers going on McAfee to announce he's a Jet. Well, Frank, your inside source is going to be tested. Because if he's not on the McAfee show today, then no one's going to believe you anymore. Don't worry, Jets forever. Zach will get his opportunity after Rodgers comes and he learns from the Jedi. All my Star Wars fans out there, listen to this reference. Zach Wilson is going to become the Padawan of Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is going to mentor that man. He's going to teach him the ways of the Force. Rodgers brings the Jets to the playoffs. They go far. Rodgers retires, passes his saber to Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson takes over. He's the franchise guy. Let's go, Jets forever. I know you like that. Come on. Stay with me. Stick with me, baby. Woo! You guys are fun. Fake news gets banned. Jeff knows. Josh Allen is terrified of the Jets defense and Zach beat him. That's true. And that's not just hyperbole. Do or do not. There is no try. Shout out Yoda. All right. What's Richie think of Jordan Love? I think he has a chance to be the guy for you guys. I really do. I like Jordan Love. When he came in there for a couple plays last year, I like what I saw. But there's no news yet. Richie, you're still scheduled for 9:43. We're all still waiting. Come on, YouTube. I'm live, bro. What's with this unreal? What's with this nonsense of YouTube? We have some breaking news. The Jets are not bringing back Jeff Smith. Every time you saw Jeff Smith on the field, he did something good. That's true. I think Jeff Smith was a very quality Jet for depth purposes, no doubt. Well, according to Frank in the chat, Rodgers is announcing his coming to the Jets in a couple hours. What do we say with the release of Jeff Smith? We don't save anything. He was a restricted free agent, so we didn't really save anything. This is the vibes we need. Guys, I'm still confused why YouTube says I'm scheduled for 9:43. Like, bro, I'm live, YouTube. Enough with the nonsense. Bye-bye, Jeff Smith. Hit that like button. Let's go. Rodgers met with the Jets over 7 days ago. What's taking so long? They got to work a lot of things out. Richie, I told you Mike White on Fins. Very disappointed. Yeah, man. We all saw that coming. From South Florida. Grew up a Dolphins fan. It makes sense. It's upsetting because especially, I mean, if you look at it from a Mike White perspective, that's an absolute home run for him, individually speaking. Get to play for his hometown team. Gets to play for a team that has a quarterback that's never healthy. And look at the weapons he's going to work with. I have a feeling Mike White's going to play for the Dolphins a lot next year and thrive for Miami. And it sucks that it has to be against our rival, so we can't really root for him. This guy is embarrassing himself in the chat right now. Sheesh. What a weirdo. What up, Jack? Richie, when is the last day for Aaron to make his decision? It's this week, man. It's this week. There are some conflicting reports that it can't be official until Thursday for contractual purposes. Let's go. Weirdo in the chat alert. Weirdo in the chat alert. It happens. It's all part of the fun. Do you think Mosley will restructure? It's a little tricky for Mosley to restructure because he already restructured his deal to start off the season. So how much more can you restructure a deal? How much more can you push a contract back, right? Add more void years. I'm just kind of mad this is going like this. I don't want to be stuck with Zach. At least this season. Why was that funny? At least this season, he needs to learn from a vet. We're not going to be stuck with Zach, Leroy. I promise you that. We're going to be getting a veteran. Moose City with another $5. Thank you, my friend. If we get Lazard and Cobb, you think we move on from Mims or more? No. I think if we get Lazard and Cobb, guys, don't forget, if we move off of Corey Davis, we have 2 holes at the receiver position to fill in. We cut Braxton Berrios. Say it seems like we're moving on from Corey Davis. That's 2 holes at the wide receiver position that Lazard and Cobb would fill in. Lazard replaces Corey Davis, and Cobb replaces Braxton Berrios. How about that? Unless they want to draft another receiver, then yeah, maybe we'll move off of Mims or more. My man Jack's in the chat. He says, call me crazy, but I wouldn't mind trading E more if we land Rodgers and Lazard and draft a receiver. Now, that's interesting. The only reason why I would not want to trade E more is just because, and I guess if we draft a receiver, then yeah, this would kind of reset the contract. But we have Elijah Moore for 2 years of cheap control. But if you draft a receiver to replace Elijah Moore, then that makes sense. That guy is later for that guy. Richie, what would you order from Wendy's? Jeff answering the real questions. I don't eat at Wendy's. But I appreciate you asking. Have Jack join your stream again, Rich. Jack knows that his invitation is always open. Check Kurt's Twitter, Richie, former teammate. Yeah, but Kurt wants Rodgers to go back to the Packers. So what is he tweeting? What, the meme of Rodgers in the city? Or Mike rather play for his hometown team that gives him the best opportunity to play because Tua stinks. You ever think about that? That Mike White, if he stayed with the Jets, wouldn't play because we're getting Aaron Rodgers. And if he goes to the Dolphins, he has Tua Tagovailoa injury Loa, where Mike White's going to be playing, so I don't blame him at all. Not one beat. How about OBJ? I don't see OBJ happening, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to miss Braxton too, man. And which tweet are you referring to about Kurt? Is it the picture of him in the city, that edit? The latest from Mike Garofalo on NFL Network states that there has been communication with the Jets and Packers. I can say that confidently, per sources. I am being told the Jets would have to work out that $60 million, which they hadn't previously budgeted. Okay. Things are happening. So it seems to be a money situation. This is what we've been talking about. I think what's holding up this deal with the Jets is the money. No, McAfee reveal. Go down a few tweets. Okay. I, for one, can't wait for specific segment on the Pat McAfee show tomorrow. Just speculation. He said it's speculation, my man, Nick. He doesn't know anything. He don't know nothing. But hopefully he's right. My man Frank believes it's happening. I trust Frank. So, guys, it does seem like the holdup could be the money situation, and that's why it's taken so long. The Dolphins are re-signing Raheem Mostert. Mid. I think the money is the holdup. And if the money is the holdup, guys, we might have to wait till Thursday because that's when the contract becomes more tradable. Just so you know. Just so you know. Now, this is where we know that this man is delusional out of his brains and is blinded by his delusion. Because I can say Tyreek Hill is better than Garrett Wilson. See, I can admit some things, but he can't admit that Breece Hall is better than Raheem Mostert. That's just sad. That's just sadness. It's just sad. And remember when I said Tyreek Hill's better than Garrett Wilson? Well, guess what? Garrett Wilson's better than Jalen Waddle. And I'll die on that. Baby. We all need these type of people in the chat. That's all happens. We have a problem. Jets need $60 million amount they don't have. No. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. All right, we got my man Jack behind stage ready to join in for the second day in a row. There he is.
Here I am. What up, man? How you doing?
We're doing all right. We're surviving.
We are, man. We are. We got to start charging some rent for these Dolphins fans. We've been letting them live here rent-free for too long.
Yeah.
Got to start charging.
What's a stream without some Dolphins fans talking their poo?
That's what it's all about, man. We love it. We love it. We love it. Thank you, Brian. What's up, Jeff? What's going on, everybody? How we doing this morning?
All right. Well, we're back, Jack.
We're back. We got some new development today. Allen Lazard. Yeah, it's the roller coaster ride continues.
The Trey Wingo tweet yesterday.
Yeah. That's right. We were on live for a long time together. And then when I left, a little bit after that was the Trey Wingo tweet, and everybody instantly, Sauce, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Becton, Will Parks, name a Jet that has a Twitter account. Every Jet instantly tweeted something. whether it was like one of those evil emojis or whatever it was. But we're still, until I see it from Ian Rappaport or from Adam Schefter or from the New York Jets themselves, we're still kind of hanging out in purgatory right now. I think we all see the writing on the wall. We all know what's going to happen, but it just hasn't happened yet. And I know this is an obvious statement, but I'm so ready, man. This has been such a stressful week. I'm so ready to just see the notification, scream, dance, jump around my house, and be genuinely happy. Because if we get Aaron Rodgers, correct me if I'm wrong, but he might be the best quarterback that the Jets have ever had in their franchise history. Just like instantly off rip. I know Namath, won it all back in the day, but if we're talking about talent at the quarterback position, I don't know if the New York Jets have ever had a more talented quarterback than Aaron Rodgers ever in their franchise.
I mean, there's arguments saying that like Aaron Rodgers is one of, if not the most talented quarterbacks ever.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's the greatest of all time, but there's people saying that he's the most talented, so I think it's true. No doubt about it.
Yeah. And I know it's not saying much, Finns fan, but how about having Dan Marino on your roster for 17 years and winning how many Super Bowls with Marino, Rich? How many Super Bowls did the Dolphins win under Dan Marino? Was it 0? It was 0, right? Yeah, it was 0. Oh, that's right. It was 0. Oh, okay. So 0 championships with Marino for 17 years. All right, cool. Just wanted to clarify.
Oh, man. We love it. We love it, man. So we have to sit and wait. Woke up to the news about Allen Lazard. And if Allen Lazard is a Jet, that does tell me that Corey Davis is most likely walking, whether that's being cut or that's him being traded. So what's your thoughts of the Allen Lazard pickup potentially? 6'5", 227-pound guy who is a beast in blocking, literally just a younger version of Corey Davis, to be honest. And if we moved on from Corey Davis, we needed to fill that void in. So what's your thoughts? And it's not done yet, by the way. It's not official, but we know that the Jets are working towards a deal with him, and there's still one other team involved. So do you want this deal to get done with Lazard?
Absolutely, man. I think Allen Lazard has been kind of on Jets fans' radars even before the news today that they're, actively pursuing him. Because he's got that, big go up and get it vertical physical body type that we've kind of been lacking and been wanting in this receiver room. And of course, obviously now the biggest thing for me is the connection to Aaron Rodgers. So yes, make it happen, because if that, I mean, I'm still, it still feels like we're getting Aaron Rodgers no matter what. But if we get the notification that Lazard is confirmed, I feel like that just cements it even further.
Yeah. And we saw a report yesterday that Rodgers is recruiting people to the Jets. So, and then this morning we see this, it's like, okay, maybe this is there is something happening behind the scenes that we're just not aware of. My man Keith Jones with the $5 says, no more rent-free Finns fans. Tell them they have to super chat if they want their message read. LOL. All right, guys, let's do that. Everybody in the chat, if you see some Dolphins fan throwing some nonsense hate, don't even respond to them. They have to send a super chat if they want to be recognized.
Yeah, that's
my
on
man
me.
Keith.
Yeah, that's on me. I gotta reel it in.
No, it's all good. It's part of it. But I do have to say there's a lot of respectful Dolphins fans that are showing love. So I want to give a shout out to those Dolphins fans because I love you guys.
And I'm very happy for Dolphins fans, man. They just got Jalen Ramsey for pennies, and they have a great roster. So it's going to be if the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be the AFC East is wide open for the taking. So it's going to be a fun year coming up.
All right, we got some news from Ian Rappaport from Free Agency Frenzy. As we wait word from Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, the Jets are the only team negotiating with Allen Lazard, And the Raiders trade could also mean Randall Cobb is coming too. So that means Corey Davis is going to Green Bay, and we're basically saying Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios, goodbye. Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb, hello. Bring in Rodgers, guys. I mean, give me Cobb, honestly, because that just tells me, like, we want Rodgers happy. We want Rodgers to know what he's doing. That's good news. All right.
Give me Bakhtiari while we're at it. Let's just get everyone.
Let's get what's his name? Clay Matthews out of retirement.
Let's do it, man. Let's get AJ Hawk. Let's bring AJ Hawk off the Pat McAfee show. Get him back in a uniform. Get him back out there.
My man Fresh told us about Cobb. Shout out Fresh.
Let's go, Fresh. Love it.
The Jets did get rid of Jeff Smith. Now this is some woo-wee. All right. Bro, Randall Cobb. How old is that man? Let's find out.
He's old. He's up there.
He's actually a little younger than I thought. What do you think
see.
what do you think his age is at? If you had to guess.
I don't know, 32.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, for a receiver, that's pretty old.
I thought he was gonna be like on the wrong side of 35. That's what he would be. I feel like that's still a good age though, at like as like a solid veteran receiver, like past his prime of his career. But like 32, it's like, you know what you're getting from him. I thought he was gonna be on the wrong, like 35, 36, and like if you look at his numbers, he's just been solid. Like these last 3 years. Oh, I didn't realize that he left Green Bay and went to Dallas for a year, went to Houston for a year, and then came back to Green Bay his last 2 years. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Cobb's bounced around, but he's done most of his time in the league catching passes from Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, let's see it.
And that's his best friend. Like, let's see it is right. Like, let's just see it. That's all I want. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see it. Come on, baby. Tweeting it out. Photo of Rodgers and Cobb. Come on. Fingers crossed.
Joe Pasulik says, Cobb and Lazard, I get it's probably what Rodgers wants, but the reason why Rodgers had a bad year last year was because of the receivers. Yeah, I mean, Cobb and Lazard are going to be taking over 3 and 4. So it's still going to be the Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore show. Exactly. And we'll see, what we decide to do whether we want to draft a receiver as well.
And Cobb is so good, like, just to have like a veteran in this, like, in that room to just help develop the young guys, be that reliable guy in third down, red zone threat. I feel like he's just going to be that man that just get you that clutch. Also, I think he'll show up in the clutch if we need him. Like, oh man.
Yes, I agree. Oh, damn it, I'm out of water. You trust more at the wide receiver 2 spot? Joe asks again. Yeah, I do, man. I'm actually, I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to do this year. I know I said, before I joined the stream, I wouldn't mind if we traded more for the right price, because I would not. But if we're not going to trade more, I still think he's a super talented young guy with, lots of potential. I know potential has become a dirty word. But you can't deny his talent, and you also can't deny the fact that we've underutilized him throughout his time here. So to me, that equals potential still being there. So yeah, I think he can definitely be a wide receiver too. If we use him correctly and, don't throw him 50-50 balls, but if we get him, a yard or two of space streaking across the middle of the field, that's where he can do a lot of damage. So I'm definitely excited to see with a new offense with Nathaniel Hackett calling the plays. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. I think Elijah Moore can definitely turn it up. if given the opportunity. It all comes down to, if the ball goes his way.
So some more news. Josina Anderson says, my understanding is the Jets' discussions with Lazard does not preclude their willingness to add more than one wide receiver via free agency, which makes sense. Now, that doesn't mean that. And then Adam Schefter just tweeted, with the Jets closing in on a deal for wide receiver Allen Lazard, another wide receiver expected to be in on their radar in the coming days of free agency is Packers veteran Randall Cobb. So those kind of contradict each other. Wait, is Randall Cobb under contract with the Packers? That's the question. Is he a free agent or is he under contract? Randall Cobb contract. I'm sure everyone in the chat is telling me you're ready, but I'm just going to look it up. Let's see. Yeah, so he's under. Oh, wait, no. He's an unrestricted free agent. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Yeah. He's a free agent. Oh, okay. So he wouldn't be included in the trade because he's a free agent. Didn't know that.
So we would have to go just go sign him, right?
Yeah. Dude, I'm all for it, bro. Like, you get me Garrett Wilson, Lazard, Elijah Moore, and then backing up Lazard, who's also going to be part of the rotation, is Mims. And then backing up Elijah Moore, who's also going to be part of the rotation, is Cobb. That's five men.
So Lazard is a free agent as well?
Yes.
So break this down for me real quick, because now I'm getting confused because I'm an idiot.
So Allen Lazard's a free agent, and the Jets are closing in on a deal to sign him in free agency outright.
But, okay.
And Randall Cobb is also a free agent. And Adam Schefter said another wide receiver expected to be on their radar in the coming days of free agency is Randall Cobb.
Okay.
So that means that they're really trying to get everyone on board. And that does also confirm the rumors and the speculation of yesterday's report from Pro Football Talk that Aaron Rodgers is recruiting Jets players to come here. I'm sorry. He's recruiting free agents to come to the Jets. That was a report yesterday. And now it's seeming like it's happening because he's probably calling Cobb, hey, come to the Jets. Calling Lazard, hey, come to the Jets. Which is why I think the reports are nonsense that the Jets don't know anything. I think the Jets, which are smart by doing this, by the way, are lying to the faces of Adam Schefter and all these reporters calling their phones. Oh, what's happening? Salah's like, we don't know anything. And he hangs up like, ha, they don't know. You know, like that's my theory. There's no way they don't know anything.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I was just fantasizing in my head about how many people would be at the first day of training camp when we get Aaron Rodgers, including you and I. But can you? Oh man, I mean, this would be such a big deal. It's good to see you too, Alex. What's going on, man?
Let's go, man. Why are people thinking we're going to lose Elijah Moore by getting Cobb? I don't think that would mean that.
Yeah, we did lose Braxton Berrios. I don't know what's going to happen with Corey Davis. So, yeah, I mean, we got the room.
Yeah, like give me a receiver room of those five guys: Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Denzel Mims, Randall Cobb, and Allen Lazard. Yeah. And then draft one so we can have a sixth, like in the later rounds. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Bring all Rodgers' buddies here. This is just confirming more that it's happening.
I just need it to happen already, man. It's snowing outside today. Like, this is the perfect day to get Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. It's snowing. It just reminds me of Wisconsin. Let's see.
We got to go celebrate with some cheese
and some beer.
Whatever. You have family in Wisconsin, so you know the culture.
I do, man. It's a great place. Cheese, beer. It's a good time. It
Are
really
we
is a good
taking a road
time.
trip this year to a Jets away game? If Rodgers
I
comes,
would like that, man. I would like that for sure.
You know what stadium I'm looking at? It's far away, but
I don't know.
Vegas.
Vegas. Wow. You see, I have no. I mean, if it's for a Jets game, it's one thing, but like,
It's not to see the city. It's just for that
Yeah,
stadium.
of course.
The stadium is
Yeah,
unreal.
I'm not a gambler. Vegas doesn't intrigue me at all. I'll probably never go to Vegas unless it's for, one of my buddies' bachelor parties or something like that. I'm not a Vegas guy.
Yeah, me neither.
It's not my
Unless
scene.
it's for a Jets
But
game.
but yeah, I mean, if it's for the Jets, who knows where the Jets will take us.
Because out of all their away opponents next year, there's not really any stadium that I'm dying to visit besides them. Let's see. Everything is happening pretty quickly right now. We're just seeing a lot of stuff coming out of nowhere. So the away opponents for the Jets are Dallas, Denver, which we've been there every year, it feels like, Cleveland, and Vegas. That's it. And then it's Buffalo, Miami, New England, and then the Giants, which doesn't count.
Why does this happen though? Tell me why we're playing at Mile High in that shitty thin air for the third season in a row? Why does that happen?
I can explain.
It annoys me.
Matthew with a $5 super chat. Sources: Jets are currently deep in discussions with two big-time weapons: tight end Jeremichael Finley and wide receiver Donald Driver.
Let's go, man.
We like it. We love it.
What about Greg Jennings?
Josina Anderson says, I believe the Jets find positives in multiple wide receiver free agents out there and not just the ones who've played with Aaron Rodgers before, though. We'll see how it unfolds. Okay, things are the wide receiver position is being talked about. My understanding also has been last week, whether acknowledged or not, that the Jets were going to take Aaron Rodgers' input into free agent targets into account, and 12 was keenly made aware of that too. That's just a smart thing to do. Well, it's happening before our eyes because Lazard and Cobb seems to be on their way. Are we going to get Jordy Nelson next, Jack?
Jordy Nelson, dude. Nothing would make Rodgers happier than if we reunited him with Jordy Nelson. If we put Jordy Nelson in a time machine and de-aged him and then put him on the Jets, oh my God, Super Bowl.
Holy crap.
Jordy Nelson was a dog, man.
Why can't we just sit here with a straight face and say, Aaron Rodgers is a Jet? You feel me? We're still waiting for that confirmation, but it just feels like it's happening.
I know. It's so, we're talking about it as if it's happened, which it kind of has, but it also hasn't. This is just the weirdest. It's the weirdest scenario we've ever been in.
We might have to wait till Thursday because there's a really weird, complicated thing that's going on with Rodgers' contract where the money, whatever, the Jets would have to take on a lot more money unless they wait till Thursday to make the trade official. So I don't know. If they made the trade official today, they would have to take on a $60 million cap hit. But on Thursday, they would take a $15 million cap hit, which could be the reason why it's taking a little bit of time.
Yeah. That does
because the official new league year begins tomorrow, which is why that would be an issue.
That makes sense. Money talks at the end of the day, and I guess if they can save $1 million, why would they not? And I'll take that million. How about we divide that million amongst the fan base?
That'd be fun.
I'll take some of that.
The Jets are, Pat McAfee show begins in 25 minutes, and I know some people are hoping that Rodgers comes on there, makes his announcement. We'll see. The Jets are also not tendering Jeff Smith, Jack, so he's gone. That was our deepest depth receiver for a while. He was a quality Jet from the depth perspective. I feel like whenever his name was called, he made plays. So shout out to Jeff Smith and good riddance.
Yeah, later, Jeff. Peace.
Later.
Jeff Smith, man. Great Jet. Great Jet.
Yo, do you know what NFL Network was playing last night?
I do not.
They were playing the Jets-Packers game from 2018. Do you remember that game?
They know what they're doing. And no, I don't really remember it that well off the top of my head.
That was the game where I officially fell in love with Sam Darnold. He went toe-to-toe with Rodgers. He put up 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. Chris Herndon had that one-handed catch.
Yes.
Rodgers had like 450 yards. It was like
I remember that crazy Chris Herndon catch.
Yeah, it was that game, and I was watching a little bit of it last night, and Sam was just picking apart the defense. And I remember thinking back that year, that was the end of his rookie season. I was like, dude, Sam is the guy. Speaking of Sam, you see where he signed?
I did not. Where did he sign?
He's in probably the best situation possible, the most quarterback-friendly team in the world, the 49ers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine he takes them to the promised land.
That is interesting. I mean, the 49ers are a team that I thought would be – I mean, I don't know what kind of assets they have. But I mean, shouldn't they be all in on a the best quarterback available? Shouldn't they be all in on Aaron Rodgers? I mean, their roster is pretty.
Trey Lance.
Their roster is pretty stacked. But yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, they're gonna go with the young guys at that position. But I don't know. It's all about winning a championship, and I feel like they're as ready to go as any other really good team in the league. So that's interesting to me. Well, there we go. 49er media. We have no first, second, or high thirds and fourths. There you go. That'll do it. So
wow.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry to hear that, but your current roster is phenomenal. So you might not even need those draft picks.
Pro Football Talk tweeted, the Jets leaking that they're targeting multiple friends of Aaron would seem to be New York's way of publicly pressuring the Packers to accept the pending trade offer. I don't know about that, but oh my God, this is it's getting a little spicy. To say the least.
It is getting spicy.
It's getting spicy, baby. Let's get to 400 likes, folks. We got 350 with 500 people tuning in. This is a glitchy stream because for some reason it says I'm scheduled and I'm not live until you click on it. But we're live anyway. We got 500 people watching, so hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to 400. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The Jets are also trying to re-sign Sheldon Rankins, which is good to hear, but I don't know if it's going to happen because of the market.
You got to repeat that. I'm sorry. I got a message from my doctor on my portal. So just check that real quick. Something about my boy Sheldon Rankins.
Yeah, I heard a report that the Jets are trying to re-sign him, but it's going to be hard because of the market for him. Because he was really good for the Jets, and he could probably get paid not a lot of money, but a decent amount that the Jets might not be able to afford. So it'll be interesting to see what happened.
Yeah, he was more than solid in his role as a Jet, and I think any team that needs a workhorse on the interior part of their defensive line would be silly to not pursue him. So we'll see what happens, man. But shout out to him because he did play very, very well when his number was called.
Yeah, man. I don't know where. Like, we low key are terrible at that position outside of Quinnen, and that's a position that we need to be stacked at if we want to be that defensive threat that we are all the time.
Yeah.
ESPN just verified Jets are also trying to sign Cobb. Yep, we know. ESPN's confirming everything, baby. Come on.
Yeah, which is okay. There is something else going on here, and you mentioned it. Allen Lazard, one of Aaron Rodgers' favorite receivers.
So I really think that the Jets, with these news of Lazard and the news of Cobb, it's really proving, and it's putting substantial evidence into the report yesterday that Aaron Rodgers is recruiting people to join the Jets. I really think that.
Let's just see it already. They're stringing us along.
Yeah, so here it is. I'm going to show you guys the report. So this is on Pro Football Talk. The evidence is largely circumstantial. It hit our radar screen because Rodgers is involved in trying to persuade one or more free agents to join the Jets. Gardner hinted at package deals last week if Rodgers were accepted a trade to the Jets. So stay tuned. While nothing is truly done until it's officially done, something seems to be very close to getting done with the Packers, Jets, and Rodgers. This was yesterday. And definitely seems like this report has some weight to it.
Let's see it. Let's see it. It's going to happen, but just announce it already so we can just like have no stress instead of like a little stress. Like I'm not overly freaking out right now, but I could just be totally calm, cool, and collected, as all of us could be, if we just got it confirmed. Let's see it. Please, please, please. I'm begging. For my sanity, for Richie's sanity, for the sanity of every Jets fan in the chat, every Jets fan in the world. I mean, the writing is pretty much on the wall, but that organization is ready to move on. You know, they're ready for the Jordan Love era to begin. Let's see it. Let's not hold things up for any longer than we have to.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. Unfortunately, it might have to wait. There's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes, man, that we're just totally oblivious to. Oblivious to all this.
Of course. As I
said,
said,
yesterday was an historical day in Jets Twitter land because of Trey Wingo's tweet, bro. There was like a good 10 minutes of just frantic, like, oh my God, it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're waiting for a confirmation. But then you think of it from the perspective that Trey Wingo knows stuff. He's the one that broke the news that Rodgers and the Jets were meeting in the first place. And it took 8 hours for everybody else to confirm that. So that's why if Trey Wingo just said that randomly, then it'll be like, okay, what are you talking about, Trey? But since he broke that news last week, that's why he has substance, because he seems to be plugged into the Aaron Rodgers camp while all these other reporters are trying to get plugged into the Jet side of things. Maybe he jumped the gun.
I hope he didn't jump the gun. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, obviously Trey Wingo is, you know, a very connected, respected, you know, guy. I'm just waiting for that Shefty or that Rappaport tweet. That's when I really feel comforted, like a warm blanket, you know, when I see that Adam Schefter tweet.
A warm blanket would feel nice right now.
Yeah, we need a warm Aaron Rodgers blanket.
Like, I want to be at training camp with that guy, Rodgers, just trotting onto the field. Everyone in the stands will just be like, Aaron Rodgers. It'll just be like, the buzz would be ridiculous.
It would be insane.
His first pass that he throws to Garrett Wilson in week 1.
Dude. And the the hypocrisy of at least myself, but sports fans in general. Because like we said, I have family in Wisconsin, so I've been trash talking Aaron Rodgers for years and years and years, just as they trash talk the Jets, and we go back and forth. And whenever the Packers and the Jets play each other, it's a big deal, and we text in the family group chat all day. So I've been talking shit about Aaron Rodgers for a long, long time. And the second that we find out that Aaron Rodgers is a Jet, woo! All in, baby. Aaron Rodgers is my guy for life. Favorite quarterback of all time. Instantly buying the jersey. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Aaron Rodgers. I've been a Rodgers fan for a minute too, and I always would troll Patriots fans saying that Rodgers is better than Tom Brady, and I actually stood on that. I wasn't just trolling. I actually always believed that Rodgers is more talented. I was always a fan of Aaron Rodgers, so this is kind of coming to full circle for me. I needed to have it.
Yeah. And a lot of people continue to bring up Aaron Rodgers' age, which I do understand. I mean, it's, he's not a young guy by any stretch, but he is 1 year removed from back-to-back league MVP awards. And, he's going to be back with, a slew of talented skill position players, a better defense than he's ever played with in Green Bay. He's going to be reunited with Nathaniel Hackett. Hopefully with Allen Lazard, maybe Randall Cobb as well. So Aaron Rodgers is walking into a very, very friendly situation for him. And again, let's not forget that he is just 1 year removed from back-to-back league MVPs. So he's still got all the juice to be the best quarterback in football.
And he also loves to prove people wrong because people counted him out before he won that MVP season in 2019 and 2020. And look what he did. 84 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in 2 years, Jack.
So disgusting.
What does that even mean? That's even possible.
That's so nasty, dude.
Jets fans deserve a quarterback that just knows what he's doing.
He might have the most pure, best arm talent that the league has ever seen. Obviously, sure. He's not the most winning quarterback of all time. He's lost a lot of big games in the playoffs. This is all facts. But in terms of his talent, throwing the football and placing the ball only where his receiver can go up and make a play on it, he could be the best ever, or at least on a very short list of the best ever. I mean, he's certainly on the short list of the best ever, but he could be the best ever at just purely throwing the ball.
Facts. We also re-signed someone yesterday that I don't get your thoughts of. We re-signed Legatron. Greg the Leg,
dude. I love it. I love that because I still have nightmares about not wanting to pay Jason Myers for whatever reason, a few years back. And then we were in kicker hell for a couple of years. And Greg the Leg did very well for us last year. Yes, he missed whatever game that was. I forget. Was it the Vikings game? It was the Vikings game.
Like a 60-yard.
It was a 58-yarder. Oh well, we had a consistent kicker that did his job all year long. So he's also a proven guy that's been in the league for a long, long, long time. So I love that. Love it. We don't have to think about it. Now, what we do have to think about, unfortunately, is what are we going to do with the punter? Because Braden Mann stinks. We lost our return guy in Braxton Berrios, although he, did not have a great year as a return guy whatsoever this year. So the punt team is going to look different this year, I would think. Maybe Braden Mann will be back. He probably will, but he stinks. He sucks. He's super inconsistent. The special teams took a pretty bad drop in general, I feel like, towards the second half of this year. So we need to get that back on the ball. But I love Greg the Leg returning because he's consistent and he's good.
Yeah, I agree. You got to lock that in. We don't want to be in kicker purgatory any longer. He's reliable, knows what to do. So seeing all these reports about these Packers wide receivers coming here, man, it's just to the point where like the champagne is just ready to be popped, you know? But we can't
It
pop
is,
it.
man.
We can't pop it yet. I have a breaking news stream ready to go about Rodgers coming to the Jets, and it's unlisted, which means you can only get access to it if I give you the link. And I gave everyone the link to it yesterday after the news of Trey Wingo. And I'm like, all right, guys, we're going live on this show right when it's official. Hasn't been official since. So now we wait for that stream. And hopefully that stream happens, guys. We want that stream to happen.
Oh, we desperately want, and not only want, I think at this point, our bodies and our brains need that stream to happen. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to us if this somehow doesn't happen. If this somehow falls through, not only will we, once again take our spots as the perennial laughing stock of the NFL, but we are going to be in serious physical danger and mental danger. You know what I'm saying?
Is the link still available? I can pin it right now if you want. I took it down just because some people didn't really understand it, but I'll show you. I'll put it in the stream right now. And you know what else? Because we have to remember, what are we waiting the news for? What's the options here? Oh, the option is either retirement or the Jets. Well, pretty sure retirement's off the damn table if Lazard is coming potentially and Cobb is coming potentially, right? Like,
it is kind of cool, and it is kind of a testament to Aaron Rodgers that like it's pretty much confirmed, but it's not. Like he's managing to pull all these strings and do these things behind the scenes with Lazard and with Randall Cobb and with whoever else. But Schefter or Rappaport have yet to come out and tweet that it's really happening. And then you go back to his statement where he said, yeah, I mean, there's an inner circle and guys in my inner circle are not talking to guys like Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport. Maybe they're talking to Trey Wingo, but it is kind of cool. I mean, it's frustrating that it hasn't happened yet, but it is kind of badass that all these things are happening behind the scene and the two main guys that report everything are kind of in the dark. It is a little badass. I will say that.
It is. And like, we're sitting here like, oh, Rodgers is a dick, bro. Make your mind up. We're making us wait. I don't think that's the case. I think the Jets know exactly what's happening.
Hope so, man. Hope so.
Could be wrong, but unless this is just their sales pitch to bring in Rodgers, like, hey, we're going to bring in Lazard and Cobb, so please don't retire. I don't know. Like, it just can't happen like that. 393 likes, 481 people watching. Let's get to that 400 mark.
And also, does Aaron not understand that you have a life and you need to eat food and you need to do yoga and you need to take care of yourself? Like, you can't be sitting around all day waiting for the news and go live in the middle of, whatever you got going on. Come on, Aaron.
There has been a lack of food and a lack of yoga for me this whole week. I'll tell you that much. Lots of that lack of. But like I said, if this ends up in Rodgers coming here, I'll look back on this week as it's all worth it, baby.
It's all worth it, dude. It's all worth it. All worth it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, back crack. Whew.
400 likes. We got it. Thank you, guys. We already have 33 likes on the Breaking Jets to Jets Land Rodgers stream.
Love that. I love that. I gotta go.
Like,
I gotta go like that.
Like the thumbnail's ready. Like, it's all ready. It's breaking news. And it's not public either, so no one will see that and think that it happened. So only you guys see it. So it's like, it's not official yet. My man, who's a Packers fan, joined in on the call-in yesterday. He says Richie and Jack rock. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. You rock as well. Love all the other fans that come and support the channel. Whether they're haters or not, you are supporting the channel. Always keep that in mind. So we appreciate all you guys.
Richie, no time to panic. He is coming. The deal is done. They need to work it out, all the details before announcing it. I feel that way too, Mike, but there's still a part of me that just doesn't want to celebrate until I see the Shefty report. And please, do I have to remind you guys that nonsensical guy on Twitter, Dov Kleiman, is a bum. Anything that he tweets is not real. Like when you guys were like, Richie, Dov's tweet. What do you mean Dov's tweet? He's literally just tweeting exactly what Trey Wingo said in his own way, adding a photo to it. Come on, guys. You're better than that. I promise.
Yeah, within like 5 seconds of somebody tweeting something, then all the like smaller organizations breaking. Aaron Rodgers to Jets per Trey Wingo.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like,
all he did Trey Wingo.
Thanks for redistributed information with no additional context.
Like Frank in our group chat, Frankie put that Dov tweet in there. I'm like, Frank, Dov is what, Frank? That's literally just Trey Wingo's report. Like, that's not anything new. It gets me tight. And you know what's unfortunate? Garrett Wilson saw that tweet from Dov and thought it was done. Because Garrett Wilson's not looking at sources and worrying about it. And then he tweeted saying later that day, my apologies. Like, how did he word it? It was pretty funny. He said, I ain't gonna fake it. I thought Dov, bro, tweet was the news break I was waiting for. Shake my head. I don't know anything. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's one thing that always makes me nervous is when all the players start tweeting. I'm like, oh God, please stop.
I know. I'm like, guys, they're just reacting to Trey Wingo's tweet. They don't know anything. I promise.
Yeah. Oh man, we just got a question from Mike Kaz, Jets all the time, and we did briefly discuss it. But Richie and Jack, I would like to know your opinion on letting Rankins go. But this is an interesting point, and picking up Calais Campbell from the Ravens for defensive tackle. Now, I think me and Richie are both in the same ballpark that we don't want to see Rankins go because we've all of a sudden become very thin at D tackle, and Rankins was very good for us last year. But if Calais Campbell was to become a Jet, that would obviously make it a lot less difficult to see Rankins walk. Calais Campbell's a beast. I feel like you could put him, maybe any spot on the entire defensive line and just let him go to work. He's such a monster of a human. And he's been doing it at a high level for a long time. He knows how to win, playing for a great organization like the Ravens. So, yeah, I mean, if we're going to replace Rankins with a guy like Calais Campbell, sign me the F up. But we got to do something about this defensive tackle spot. So, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting
move, bro. And get me that man. 100%.
Yeah.
Calais Campbell's a monster. Him next to Quinnen Williams with John Franklin Myers on the other side of him with, if Carl Lawson's still here, if not, Jermaine Johnson or whoever else. Michael Clemens. Dude, that's 4 scary, scary men coming at you.
Yeah.
So the Pat McAfee show is beginning. I have it on. Oh, whew. God. Imagine it just starts and you see Rodgers' face just like, hello. But usually, even if he does join, doesn't join right away.
What if Rodgers just joins the call in a Jets hat? Or a Jets shirt, or it's something, or,
Or he just has no hat on and they just.
You know what the funniest thing in the world is? When people, for comedic purposes, obviously people don't do this seriously, but when they go they nitpick to the tiniest little detail and go, oh, this Aaron Rodgers to the Jets confirmed. Aaron Rodgers tweeted something Sewell.
Yeah, that was for Rasul Douglas.
Oh, okay.
Because his teammate has been trolling. It's whack.
Yeah. And then somebody, I saw somebody reply though, Sewell, which means on in Italian, meaning on the Jets. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets confirmed. It's so the sickness and like
So funny.
the deep rabbit hole that you can get yourself down when thinking about looking for all the potential signs that this is actually happening is so funny to me. And Jets Twitter is just undefeated in every aspect of the internet, and just consistently
Yesterday and into
makes me
today
laugh.
is an historic day of Jets Twitter. I mean, when the news
Oh, man.
finally breaks, it's going to really be that time. But when Trey Wingo made that tweet and then us waiting and waiting and waiting for confirmation for it to never happen, that's a legendary moment right there.
Those like 10 or so minutes yesterday before Rappaport said nothing has happened, I wasn't on the stream anymore at that point. I was on the phone with my dad when Wingo had the infamous tweet. And I was like, holy shit, Dad, wait up. Wait. And then I just sit there for 10 minutes. And me and my dad are still on the phone, but we're like silent for 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh, Dad, it's nothing. I'll let you know. me and my dad were on the Rodgers watch together. But yeah, dude, those 10 minutes or however long it was between the Wingo tweet and then Rappaport saying nothing has really happened. What a time for every Jets fan out there, man.
Our poor fathers, like we have people who are our father's age that are plugged in, that are tuning into the show here. But like my dad and your dad, just like they're not on Twitter. They don't see any of these reports. Like they don't know what's happening. Like they rely on newspapers like the old school.
I was gonna say, dude, it's so funny because my dad, like, I'll always find stuff out, 5 minutes after it happens because of Twitter. And then the next day, my dad will read about it in Newsday. He'll be like, yo, did you hear about this? I'm like, yeah, I heard about it right after it happened yesterday, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny because we do have Jets fans that are their age that are, like, watching us and stuff. But
it's so funny, man.
That is funny. Angel with $5.
They're getting the same info. My dad does know his stuff just a little bit after we do.
Someone said Rodgers had aviators on during the Marshall interview. Pilots wear aviators. Pilots fly jets. Rodgers going to the Jets.
Someone said Rodgers. Dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That I love that stuff. It's so funny. And we appreciate the donation and we appreciate the love for the stream, man. But that's hilarious. Someone said Rodgers had aviators on during the Marshall interview. Pilots wear aviators. Pilots fly jets. Rodgers to the Jets. Confirmed.
He does have a point.
Love it. That's great.
Appreciate you, awesome. Angel.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Phil, 73 years old, and I watched Joe Namath. See, this is what I mean. We have Jets fans of all.
Love it.
We love it too. My dad was 8 years old when Namath won the Super Bowl.
And Phil, I gotta say, man, if that's you in your picture, you look damn good for 73 years old. Good for you, man. Keep supporting those Jets. We love it. We appreciate you, man.
All right, Pat. He's live.
Oh, man. I'm so scared.
Come on, Pat. Just say that you're going to have him on.
Just say it. Come on, Pat.
There are teams that are spending millions. Shout out to The Rock. Dollars to make their team big.
He's hilarious.
Denver Broncos as of 15 hours ago, so who knows how much has really changed. $219 million spent. Okay, in the first.
Who cares about the Broncos, Pat? You all know why we're here watching you. Like literally 50% of your views right now are Jets fans. I can confirm that.
Oh, 100%.
He has 30,000 people live watching.
100%. It's at least 10,000 Jets fans. 100%.
And he's talking about the Broncos making a lot of moves in free agency. Like, we give a crap. I mean, actually, now I'm looking at it. They did
man.
crap. They did spend a lot of money. Holy crap.
219 mil. Day one for the Bucs.
Sean Payton
219.
in total, yeah.
Did they say $219 million spent so far?
Yeah, amongst like 6 players in like total of their full contracts.
Just like their full contracts. Yeah. Holy shit. They're going for it, man. I mean, they have to. They
They're in a win now mode. Peyton, Russell
they're in win
Wilson.
now mode, coming off of a horribly disappointing season, which is not good for a win now type team. So, yeah, they should be spending this kind of money.
Well, Allen Lazard allegedly going to the New York Jets. They're in contract negotiations. There's another team involved. Nothing's been settled. Randall Cobb potentially being in conversation with the Jets. People are wondering around the internet, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they're going to have enough money to be able to pay every single human that is being alleged to the Jets, but the Aaron Rodgers situation has no answer still at this point publicly.
No.
I don't know privately. AJ would know in about an hour. What we're saying is we have no idea. Same spot as yesterday, same spot as Friday.
But
Will an answer come soon? We have no idea. We'd assume with how everything has to kind of
See,
go,
he ain't coming on.
It's not necessarily going to come from this particular program today. We'd like to let everybody know that because I know there's a lot of people tuning in and going, "Is this Aaron Rodgers Tuesday?" And that's why I said,
You know what?
Well,
Shout out to Pat for saying that. Because he has probably the most views that he's gotten in a while today. And one of the first things he says is, I want to let everybody know we know nothing. Same deal as yesterday. I know there's a lot of people tuning in, waiting for the news. So you know what? Good for you, Pat. I appreciate that. But damn it.
So Pat McAfee got
damn
announced. We're not finding out the Rodgers stuff on his show. And
Damn it.
I'm pretty sure Jets Talk 24/7 has a stream right now titled the Pat McAfee Watch Party.
Oh, man.
I wonder what he's thinking right now. Oh my
Oy,
gosh.
oy.
He doesn't know anything. He's just like us, guys. He's just a fan.
Apparently, it's going to be another long one.
We went live for 5 hours and 45 minutes yesterday, Jack.
It's going to be another long one.
Oh, he's talking about Garrett Wilson's tweet.
information on this thing, and it feels like Darren Wilson said, it's like, I feels like everybody kind of has information on this, and it's all alluding to one thing, but nobody seemingly has information on this thing, and it's still assumed to be all one thing. I'm excited to hear how we got to this point behind the scenes, if we ever hear it, but the world awaits. There'll be more money spent today. Maybe Aaron's answer comes today. Maybe it doesn't. We have no idea.
All right, so yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He knows as much as me and you. That's how much he knows. He knows as
Yeah,
much
it's upsetting.
as me and you.
That's upsetting.
It's expected and upsetting. And my stream is still glitched where it says it's not live until you click on it. But luckily, people are still clicking on it. All right, so now we wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit. Do you have any plans today, Jack?
I was thinking about finding other teams' live streams and trolling for hours. I can't imagine doing that with my life. No, I actually am. I spoke to the music store. I'm getting my guitar today, which I'm hyped for.
There we go.
Yeah, that's happening. So at least
Rodgers.
that'll be.
That means
today.
Rodgers is coming today as well.
Yeah,
Guitar
see it.
Rodgers in the same day. Please. Oh, gosh. I don't know if we're going to be... I don't know, man. I just don't know. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm hoping for some good news. Well, Mr. Boise Bomber, happy early birthday, my friend.
Appreciate you, Boise Bomber. Happy birthday to you.
Great
Hopefully
member
you get
of the
some-
Jets media family.
Hopefully you get some good news.
Great member of the Jets media family, baby. Jack and I's birthday is coming up. We have a birthday back to back. April 1st is mine. April 2nd is Jack's. Who can
Indeed.
guess what age we're turning? Do you think they're going to guess it right, Jack? Some people know it, though.
I think some of them already know it. I don't know. I think they'll be able to guess.
Can you guys believe that I'm older than Jack?
24 hours.
Yeah, man. 24 hours older than Jack. Pretty cool stuff.
24 hours older.
All right, so there hasn't been anything as of late other than Jets fans reacting to Pat McAfee saying nothing.
I'm sure there's a lot of upset people on Twitter right now.
All right, we got the age guessing now. We got 24 and 25. What age are we turning? Jason says we're turning 24. Fresh says between 27 and 25. 30.
Harlan says, who cares?
Harlan doesn't give a crap. Like, why are we doing this? Because Harlan, what else are we going to do?
Because it's 2 hours and 26 minutes in, Harlan. What's up?
All right, well, some people guessed it, kind of. It's 25. Yeah, woohoo.
25. Quarter century. Everybody says, oh, you're a quarter way through your life. I guess if I live to 100, that's the case. But the body certainly doesn't feel like it's making it to triple digits. I'll tell you that right now.
Tyler wants to know how you feel about Quincy re-signing.
I love it. I think he's a very more than solid, young, explosive player. I love the fact that he's the brother of Quinnen, who we're about to pay as well and lock up for the next, foreseeable future. I love it. I love it. We needed to make it happen. Quan looks like he's probably going to walk. We still got CJ Mosley, obviously. So I love the Quincy re-sign. And I also think the contract is, it's kind of a win-win. Quincy Williams, a waiver claim and, makes out with, $18 million. And, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot especially over 3 years for an NFL franchise. So we get a good player on the cheap who's going to be happy playing with his brother. There's really not a bad thing about it.
I couldn't agree more, man. If we let him walk, then we had a really big issue at linebacker. That's for sure. And this guy's officially blocked. You've had enough, bro. Goodbye. Later for you. We got to have like a sound effect for like a block. Like
That's honestly something that we should include on the streams is sound effects, like the old Howard Stern days.
I don't know if
love that.
I don't know how. I got to figure out how I can do that. Should we say our farewell to Corey Davis because he's most likely leaving?
Goodbye, Corey.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yo, what up, man? Shout out Jets Media. This is the guy right here, man. Y'all stay tuned. Get with it.
Appreciate you, man. Big season. All right. But like, he fucks with Jets Media, though. Like, how can I say goodbye to my guy, Corey?
He does. He likes Jets Media a lot.
Like, am I going to get Aaron Rodgers to tell me that? Bye-bye, Corey. Oh, man. Aaron said, so,
which means on in Italian, which means on the Jets. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, confirmed. Based off of that tweet.
Jack, they want to know if you are sativa or indica right now.
I did see that. I wasn't sure if I was going to address it or not. I don't know.
Unaware of the strain.
I don't know. This is, I don't know.
Tyrone, I don't think this is happening. I don't know. I understand that there's some things growing, but I don't see it happening, man. Why take away a receiver that has 2 years of control that's entering year 3 away from a quarterback that's we're going all in to win now with. You feel me?
I do. Frank Schultz just said Mount Rushmore is the 4 presidents, and Jack, as he watched Ruggs score on that bomb. You remember that? Remember what he's referring to there?
Of course.
The Greg Williams cover 0 on the last Hail Mary of the game.
Oh, we got to see that clip over again.
Oh, man.
That was hilarious. That was like, I never want to experience that again, rooting for, like, just preferring an L. Like, you know, like, I hated that. I hate every single second of that. Because you have 2 possible free agents. Yeah, but Tyrone, we cut Braxton Berrios, and we're most likely getting rid of Corey Davis. So Allen Lazard replaces Corey Davis, and Cobb replaces Braxton Berrios. Feel me?
I do feel you, and that's kind of what I was alluding to before, is that Elijah Moore is still going to be the number 2. I mean, if we bring in Lazard and Cobb, it's going to be for the 3 and 4 spot.
Exactly. Iceman, $10 super sticker. Appreciate you, bro. I wish they would put the little cool little thank you of a little namaste of what is that? A little pear with a headband. Thank you, Iceman. You got to see that on YouTube in the
Appreciate
chat.
you, Iceman.
It's a nice little like pear with a headband.
Oh, okay.
Doing a little like namaste, little bow.
I see.
That doesn't show up on StreamYard. Thank you, Iceman. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Iceman.
This is what he says. Richie, no food, no sleep. You're an effing trooper. Lazard and Cobb equals Rodgers. Don't worry. I already made a call to New York. Made them an offer they can't refuse. Forget about it. LOL. I love it.
Love it. How you doing?
How you doing?
Gaze at each. Forget about it.
Well, Iceman.
Aaron Rodgers coming to the New York Jets with Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb. It's going to be legendary.
Diana Rossini with an update. Well, let's see what she had to say, Diana. Better be a good one. Tell you that much.
Diana.
I don't see an update from Diana. What do you...
Diana.
Oh, it's a question. Did Diana just tweet an update? No.
Oh.
Nothing happened on Pat McAfee. No, sir.
Oh, I gotta straighten out the legs.
Time to enjoy some plant medicine. Are you referring to ayahuasca? I'm telling you, man, I'm taking Jets Nation on an ayahuasca retreat when we land Rodgers in honor of A-Rod. And we're going to some type of experience. What O-line additions do you think are possible? Good question, Jeremy. With Conor McGovern still available, because there's been some conflicting reports that he signed, but he didn't sign. Conor McGovern went to the Bills, but that was the Conor McGovern of the Cowboys. So if we miss out on our center, there's a guy named Ben Jones who we can sign as our center. I'm sure that we're going to sign some depth pieces that we never really saw coming at guard, tackle. But I think that the next move after Rodgers and the receivers is O-line.
Yeah.
How long are you streaming today?
To,
I don't know. Going with the flow.
We need to solidify the line to the best of our abilities.
Yeah, bro. We need Mekhi Becton playing every game this year. Every game, Mekhi. Give me 16. How about that? All I want to see is a monster season from Mekhi Becton and him to be our franchise guy. It's crazy how young he still is. I just want him so bad on this. I just want him to be so healthy. Jack, I want him healthy, Brian. That rookie season he had, bro, was so special. And like,
Oh, absolutely.
and I really think that his injury problems have been the weight. Has been his weight. And now
Yeah,
that
and Greg
slimmed
Van
down,
Roten.
and Greg, yeah, 100%. He literally hates Greg Van Roten, like, which is hilarious. Like, I know that for a fact. Like, he hates Greg Van Roten because he knows it was his fault. Like, week 1, bro. Oh, Zach Wilson's first career touchdown. Let's go. Oh, Makai's dead.
Oh,
Okay,
Makai's
good.
gone.
I was in Carolina for that game, watching him on the cart drive right by me.
And it's Mackay has I mean, remember back in the day when like Mrs. Becton was our buddy and we were regularly talking to her?
She was on the streams all the time.
I know, dude. We don't see her anymore. I miss talking to her. She's a lovely woman, and her son is a monster who's about to put the league back on notice this year.
Did you read the Garofalo tweet? There's no new Garofalo tweet. Which one are you referring to, bro? Becton is the big X factor. He helps the QB, running back, and receivers on polls at 6'8", 320. 100% fresh. He's probably one of the biggest outliers of this offense outside of the quarterback, obviously. You got
just staring out the window into the snow, thinking about Aaron.
Is it actually snowing out?
It is, yeah. It's not sticking to the ground, but it's snowing pretty heavily, actually.
Trade Green Bay gets to offload his contract. That's all they get. Maybe a third round. Might be a little more than a third rounder, but yeah, hopefully it's from that perspective that the Packers just get to offload the contract.
Whew.
What about Jalen trade? Yeah, cool. Congrats, Miami. Like, he was good for the Jaguars.
Staring out the window thinking of Aaron does sound kind of romantic.
Completely mind-boggling that Mims and Becton produced more under Adam Gase. That is mind-boggling. Well, that was the only year Becton was healthy.
Yeah.
And Gase, weird thing about it, what was I going to say? Mims really fit the Gase system, which is why they drafted him with Gase. Remember that Gase was the coach when they drafted Mims. Mims fit that Gase scheme. That Gase scheme sucked, by the way.
I was going to say, like, can we even call it a scheme?
System?
Can we even use those words? Like, it was a joke. It was worse than the East Meadow High School offense.
That it was.
Man. Adam Gase. Those days are long behind us.
So I'm seeing a lot of people praise the blocking of Allen Lazard, which is huge. I want to have Denzel Mims on one side with Lazard on the other side running outside zone scheme run plays of Breece Hall.
Breece Hall just streaks up the sideline.
Because don't get it twisted. Remember that touchdown from Breece Hall against the Broncos? Well, Denzel Mims' block was like one of the coolest wide receiver blocks I've seen to free up Breece on that entire play.
Yeah, Mims is a great blocker. Corey Davis is a great blocker. And when with a team that is trying to run the ball the majority of the time, you need that. You need that on the outside. So yeah, that's a vital skill set for an outside receiver on this team is being able to block. JOB's in the chat. What up, JOB? JOB said, "What's the news?" Jack shit, brother. That's the news.
I think the news is it's time for you to change your profile picture.
Job.
Who is that? That's Savannah. Yeah. Rodgers is not
No
a Jet
idea.
yet, James. We're still waiting, but it's looking likely. Very likely.
Job. Job is our boy, our brother, one of our best buds, who is, we've turned into a loyal Jets supporter, and we appreciate you, Job.
So Andrew Brandt tweeted this out 25 minutes ago. According to reports, it sounds like the remaining trade issues involve the Jets doing things for Aaron that the Packers have done in recent years and are no longer willing to do. What the hell does that even mean?
Wait, go read that again.
According to reports, it sounds like the remaining trade issues involve the Jets doing things for Aaron that the Packers have done in recent years and are no longer willing to do.
Like what? Like what could that mean?
I guess money stuff for restructuring, and that sounds like a money thing.
Maybe like incentives and stuff like that. Like,
because like the contract's already signed and it's already there. It's just a matter of like restructuring it, when he gets paid, and I don't know. It's just a bunch of nonsense
a bunch of Joe Douglas stuff
that he's gonna just hammer out.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be a fly on the wall at One Jets Drive right now.
Finn's Rule said that means the Jets are kissing his butt. Yeah, as they should, as the Dolphins would be kissing his butt if they were pursuing him as well, because Rodgers is a phenomenal quarterback, and that's what you need to be successful in this league. But best of luck with Tua this year.
Mike White's going to what's your thoughts on Mike White going to Miami?
He'll be starting for them by week 3 when Tua's on the ground and he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't remember what sport he's playing. Mike White will be out there. And then by week 5, Mike White will have 7 cracked ribs. And then Skylar Thompson will be the guy for the Dolphins. And then it's all going downhill from there. So you guys have fun. Keep making fun of us for kissing Rodgers' butt. But we're trying to make it happen.
When you want one JD, Richie, it comes out Thursday. Thursday night at 8 p.m. usually when they drop their new episodes of One JD. No, actually taking in Rodgers want being their franchise QB. Facts. How about the Patriots? They're making a lot of moves. You see Jacoby Myers going to the Raiders this morning. So Patriots lose another one of their weapons. Goodbye.
The Raiders, man. The Raiders are
Raiders.
The Raiders are a funny team. The Raiders are a very funny team.
They're the New England Raiders now.
And I kind of want them to do very bad. You know, I do.
Hopefully we destroy them in Vegas.
I want them to stink.
Does Jimmy G get through the whole season?
I got nothing against Jimmy G, but McDaniels can go scratch for sure. And I don't know. Screw the Raiders.
Yeah. Devontae Adams. Where is Lamar going? I think he stays in Baltimore. I don't really know where else he'd be.
Yeah, that's such an interesting situation with him too, man.
Packers just want to unload AR's contract, and the Jets are their only option. Let's go, Disinfo. I'm with you.
Time for a Twitter refresh just to see nothing.
Oh, yeah, baby. We've been on that wave all morning. You didn't happen to watch The Last of Us yet, have you? Jack?
I actually started it, and then my mom came home from her trip, so I had to help her unpack and everything like that, and then just ended up chatting with her. So it kind of didn't finish it. So when I do, I'm just going to start it from the beginning again at this point, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even started it. I'm watching. They came out with the second half of You, and I've been watching that.
Oh, that's nice.
It's freaking crazy.
We also got Mando tomorrow. This is the last week of back-to-back Pedro Pascal.
Pedro, baby. James says, "Let's go with the OBJ rumors. We're trying to get him. Probably not, man. That's OBJ hosted a workout, and a bunch of teams were interested and went to go see him. That's not happening. The Jets are going to try to get Rodgers, guys. But I posted a picture of OBJ in a Jets uniform on my Instagram, and that is going freaking viral. My post on Instagram, and we got a lot of people commenting, such as where was it? It's funny ones. Y'all wish you would join a trash team like y'all. And the trash is like the garbage emoji.
Oh, that's fucking great.
It is wild, James. It goes into Westworld vibes. But yeah. Nope, we don't need a toxic, selfish player. No thanks. And then there's one guy. Y'all wish he would join a trash team like y'all. And this guy's a Patriots fan. I'm going to comment, Patriots are ass. Trolling is hilarious. I love it. All right. Any news? No. Jaguars are giving Jaguars news. Cool.
And enjoy the scenery. I will drive the car, Rhett. Or actually, Aaron Rodgers is driving the car. That's the guy that's driving.
Jets and Rodgers have communicated in the past 24 hours.
There are a lot of factors at play here. I would say the most important factors at play right now, having discussed with people who are providing scant few details right now, is that it's really about the compensation between the Jets and the Packers and the financial compensation. This is a guy who's got $60 million coming to him this upcoming season. And my understanding coming into the process was that the Jets would be interested in reworking that money some way, somehow, because they weren't quite expecting to take a $60 million hit, nor were many teams other than the Green Bay Packers who had written that contract last year. So that's the most important part here. I know we're talking about Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb and this guy and that guy and Jordy Nelson and all these other guys. I'm joking about Jordy Nelson. But really, that's the biggest thing right now. And you see it on your screen. The Jets and Aaron Rodgers. Well, let me amend that. Jets and Aaron Rodgers camp. I can't say for sure that the Jets have spoken directly to Aaron Rodgers, but I know they've spoken to his camp in the last 24 hours. So, Ian, the communication continues, as does the ride. And you can hear Rhett in the back seat.
Yeah, I think that things are getting a little tricky because of the $60 million that the Jets are going to have to potentially free up, which is why I think we have to wait till Thursday in order for that to happen. So buckle up, Jets fans. An answer ain't coming soon. Nah, it will be. An answer will be coming soon. Right, Jack?
100%. 100%. 100%. And when it does, oofa. Oofa.
Oh, yeah. Oompa. Let's go.
Oofa, 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 oofa.
Let's go, baby. I am excited for this news to finally be over with.
Me too, man.
and I think it will be over soon. Because what more do we need other than Aaron freaking Rodgers? It's 12:35 on a Tuesday. And club going up.
Oh man.
What do we
As
do
you
now,
guys-
Jack?
As you guys can see,
Your boy's laying down.
I'm laying down. I'm also a New York Giants fan. Based on the decor in my bedroom, you can tell which team I support, and that is the New York Giants.
And I cannot be more thrilled for Daniel Jones. He's my guy.
Jersey Dolphins wants you to be on the AFC East roundtable as a guest host.
I would love that, man. I would love that. That would be
You'd
sweet.
wanna take over my reins one night.
If you'd let me, for sure, man. That'd
Would
be
you be able
great.
to handle Master at work, like talking shit about the Jets, and not be able to like want to just, like.
I mean, I'm
be
just
able to
gonna
handle that.
I'm gonna give it right back to him. It's not what have you done for me. It's what are you doing for me now? So unless we're throwing it back to 2016, whenever the last time the Patriots won the Super Bowl, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, man.
You're
Although,
not
you know
worried
what?
about Bills because Dan doesn't talk crap. TD does, in a joking way. And then Master at work talks.
I'm ready. I'm ready to give it back, man. I love it.
Let's do it. The AFC's roundtable, by the way, is back Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, we're getting the band back together to recap free agency. And if Rodgers is not a Jet by then, oh my God, I'm not excited for that.
Oh, there he is.
He's
Yeah.
tuning in. I'm preparing him for it.
Come on, Master at Work. What's up?
Oh, he wants to join. Tyson wants to join. I'll give Tyson some time.
I think he'll be realistic about it though. Like I think he's gonna say that the Jets are about to be dangerous because he's not an idiot. He knows football.
All right. Master Work is going to be joining for a couple minutes. Let's see what he has to say about this.
I'm about to get flamed.
Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. This show, we're waiting for the news. We got to add some flavor to it. Remember, the AFC East roundtable is back tomorrow night. And we got some time up until then. And again, if Rodgers is not a Jet by tomorrow freaking night by the roundtable, I don't know if I can go on live. Even though Thursday could be the time where it all happens because of the whole situation. And now Elijah Moore tweeted, and everyone's going to be like, oh, Elijah Moore tweeted. That means he's getting traded. No, Elijah Moore's been tweeting this stuff since he was born. Okay? Enough.
We all know Elijah loves to tweet.
He's a tweeter. He's a tweeter.
He's a tweeter. At least he doesn't have his own hashtag that he puts after everything, like Prez.
Hashtag Prez. All right, we got Master at work tuning in, Patriots fan, giving his thoughts of this Jets Rodgers watch. What up, Tyson?
What's going on, Richie?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Not much, man. Just sitting here waiting like you are, but at least you got something to wait for.
Yeah. Yeah, what are the Patriots doing?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing. You know,
Kobe
we just
Myers
sitting
is
back,
gone.
just chilling.
I know that you're holding on for Lamar Jackson still, aren't you?
I am, because tomorrow is the day that teams can actually sign an offer sheet.
Yeah. So do you think
And-
there's a chance that the Patriots will actually pursue it?
They have to. I don't see any other way, because I look at it like, I mean, what else are we gonna do? Like, we're not going out and paying anybody. So, I mean, I'll be shocked if they don't at least look into it. I mean, I've been listening to Patriots beat writers all morning on the radio, and they're saying that the mood in the Patriots office right now is that they're gonna that a lot of people are talking about Lamar Jackson. So I think they should at least offer something for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
He's looking for, from what I heard, he was looking for like $200 million at least guaranteed money. The Patriots right now have the third most cap space. We have more than enough money to spend on him, because we're not spending money anywhere else. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. That would be wild if he comes to the AFC East, bro. The Dolphins are definitely sticking with Tua. I know that.
I do know one thing. I do think that I don't know this for a fact. This is speculation. I think Belichick is kind of waiting on what the Jets are going to do, if they're going to land Rodgers or not. In my mind, it's already a done deal. It's just, I think they're just ironing out, details and trade compensation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think that the Jets are actually a threat to the AFC East with Rodgers, or you still think that they're the Jets? Like, what do you think? What do you think the Jets are?
They're definitely a threat, because, I mean, the Patriots are automatically a last place team if they don't go out and upgrade the quarterback position. You guys were literally a punt return away from beating us the second time, and honestly, if that pick six didn't come back, which should have been a pick six that should have ended Mac Jones' career, you guys would have beat us the first time too. I know one thing: if you guys get Rodgers and the Patriots do nothing to upgrade the quarterback position or any other position for that matter, you guys are most definitely going to end the streak. I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to lose at least one time to you.
Dude, if we don't beat Jack, what would you do if we get swept by the Patriots with Aaron Rodgers again?
I would literally kill myself. I would end my life. And I'm happy, Master at work. I knew you were going to come on here and not troll today, because you know football.
Bro, I'm not in the state of trolling, bro. I can't troll. What am I going to troll about?
I know, exactly.
We beat you 14 straight times. Who cares? At the end of the day, it's all about the present time. You know, it's all. I'm not looking at the past. I'm pissed right now because I still feel like Belichick is trying to live off of past championships to justify him and Robert Kraft not spending any money and making the team better. Meanwhile, you're spending $250 million on stadium renovations, but you can't go out there and spend on talent. Like, we have no talent on the offensive side of the ball. None. So we just lost Jacoby Myers, which I'm happy. I didn't want Jacoby Myers back, but you're not going out there and seeking any other upgrade at any other position. You don't have a left tackle. Your running back position right now, Damon Harris is gone. You don't have a receiver. You lost your tight end, Jonnu Smith, even though he was a bum. Your defense is now in trouble because now Devin McCourty ended up retiring. Like, the entire team is in shambles right now, and Belichick is just not doing anything. They're not spending any money. They're not making the team better. At least the Jets are trying. Like, I know you guys haven't won in a long time, but at least you're trying to get better. You know what I mean? You can't fault a franchise for at least going out there and spending money to try to get the fan base hyped. Like, that's why I respect the Jets right now, what they're doing. Even if the most asinine, even if for some reason, crazy reason, Aaron Rodgers decides to cuck you guys, at least you went out there and tried. You understand what I'm saying?
I do. And And yeah, I agree. And my question to you, I assume you're completely out on Mac Jones. You have no hope for Zappy to be a potential option.
No, bro, we can't, bro. Look who's in the division, dog. You're gonna have Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and Tua, who we still can't beat for some reason, and they have two number one corners, and they have two of the best receivers in the NFL. You can't compete with that with Bailey Zappi or Mac Jones. Even if you got Mac Jones, okay, fine, we got Mac Jones, but at least give him some help. We have 3 receivers on the roster right now. I don't know if people realize this. We only have 3 receivers on the roster. Nelson, Kendrick Bourne, Tyquan Thornton, who was a rookie last season, and Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, they're down bad.
That's tough, man. That's not a great trio.
I really am curious to see there are still the Patriots, and like our eyes on the Patriots, it's like you can't count them out until they're out because they just, I don't know, they never freaking go away.
That's why Richie, I'm very angry right now. I'm very, very angry. But I'm waiting until tomorrow. If the Patriots don't do anything today, which it seems likely they're not going to do, there's not really a lot out there right now other than giving Orlando Brown a $100 million contract, which the Patriots have more money than God right now to go spend on that position because they need a left tackle and a right tackle. If tomorrow comes and Robert Kraft doesn't at least inquire to go get Lamar Jackson, then all hell's going to break loose. All hell's going to break loose.
Well, tomorrow night, we're really going to get a good idea of the state of the AFC East because hopefully we'll have an Aaron Rodgers decision by then. We'll hopefully have some Patriots decisions being made. And I don't think the Bills going to do anything. I know that they just freed up some cap space by the restructured of Josh Allen, Von Miller's deal. And the Dolphins have been freaking active. Obviously, that Ramsey trade, and who knows if they're going to trade for anybody else. So
they were close to getting Dalvin Cook today too, right?
Yeah,
and Dalvin Cook as well.
But
they were very close to getting Dalvin Cook, and you know who they're gonna go after now? They're gonna go after Derrick Henry, bro. If they get Derrick Henry, we in trouble. I'm telling you, we Patriots are already in trouble. But if now they upgrade the running back position and get Derrick Henry, then we in some real deep shit. And that's just keeping it real, man. The Patriots right now are a last place team in the division. They're a 4-win team at best. And this is the first time I've ever had to say this, but the Jets, most likely, if everything stays the way I think it's going to stay, the Jets are going to be a wildcard team next season, competing with Miami for that last wildcard spot.
I agree, man. I agree. I think this AFC East division is going to be a gauntlet, and it's so hard. I just want Aaron Rodgers to be done so I can stop having a slight bit of anxiety. But I think it's going to happen, and it's just a matter of waiting. And I think they're keeping it private in the building, and we just don't know it publicly yet because the Jets are being really careful by telling the media what's actually happening. So hopefully this whole thing just freaking happens because I've been live, as you see, Master, at work.
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing it.
Hours on end. So I'm.
Isn't Aaron Rodgers? He's not going to announce it on McAfee?
Nah, McAfee started off the show saying we have no updates. You're not going to find out the Rodgers stuff through me today. So he's not going to be on there today. No.
So when is the because I know yesterday there was a report by Trey Wingo, and I went live right after that happened because I thought it was official. Because Trey Wingo, he's a reliable reporter for the Jet. He covers the Jets.
Yeah, he's the one that broke the news last week that the Jets and the Jets and the Rodgers were talking. He was the first one to report that. So that's why that report has some types of substance. And he actually just made another tweet. He quote tweeted Dan Graziano saying, "This is absolutely true. However, there is no equivalent tweet to explain a 2023 pursuit of Randall Cobb. There's only one reason for that." Yeah. Obviously, the only reason why the Jets would be interested in Randall Cobb is for one reason and one reason only. We would not be going after Cobb if
same with Allen Lazard, right?
Yeah, and Allen Lazard.
So is that official? Is the Allen Lazard news? Is how legit is that?
That's legit. It's
pretty legit.
They're working on a deal. It's not done though. They're working on a deal, and there's no other suitors. So I think they're just working out a contract.
You don't think that the Jets would go get Allen Lazard if they weren't 100% certain they could get Aaron Rodgers, right?
Exactly. And we also saw a report yesterday that Rodgers is recruiting players to come to the Jets, recruiting free agents. And it seems like Lazard is the player and Cobb is the player. So
then why isn't Aaron Rodgers coming out and signing? What's taking so long? What's your opinion on that?
I think it's the whole financial thing with like his contract. It's a difficult contract to trade. They got to restructure it. They got to figure out the void years, the guarantees, there's a lot of tricky stuff. And then what comes to the trade package between the Jets and the Packers, I think the finances is what's holding it up, because it's not like he's a free agent and the Jets can just sign him. They got to work out they got to take on his contract, which is a lot of money. He's due $60 million on top of like all other guarantees, and they have to work out a trade compensation with the Packers on top of that.
If that's the case, then why doesn't Aaron Rodgers come out and say, I'm going to be a Jet, but we're just working out contract details? Why not just come out and just because once you do that, then everything else falls into place. You get your Allen Lazard, you can go get your Randall Cobb, you can get all these other players to come to your team instead of holding everybody hostage.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're sitting here. And he said he's not going to hold anyone hostage, and maybe he's doing it privately. That's what I'm hopeful. That's my theory. My conspiracy theory with this whole thing is that privately, Rodgers told the Jets that it's a done deal, but he just doesn't want the Jets to go public with it yet. That's my thing. And everyone behind the scenes and the agents and the players knows, but they're lying to the media.
So saying that you do 100% get Aaron Rodgers, is it Super Bowl or, well, let's say it's 2 years, right? Two years, I think, right? I think we agree 2 years, maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah, hopefully 2. So
if it's 2 years, would you agree that if the Jets don't win a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, that it's a failure?
I mean, that's crazy because, like, Jack, what's your thoughts of that? Because, like, we haven't been to the playoffs in 13 years.
I know.
But then if you look at it, we're getting Aaron Rodgers for one reason only, to go all in. And we're going to be all in, and we're going to have a window to win right away. So it depends. Do we get to the big game and lose? Do we get to the AFC Championship and lose? Do we lose in the wild card round? Like, if we get to the playoffs and we make a run and we fall apart, it's definitely going to sting. But I think that Jets fans will take that because we need some type of playoff feeling. I mean, we have the longest playoff drought in league history, and we need to just get there. And if we go to the Super Bowl and we lose, that's going to suck. But I do feel like it won't be as much as a failure from the Jets fan perspective, just because like we finally were relevant for a little bit.
Yeah, my thoughts on that. That's the question I knew was eventually going to be asked by somebody, and it's the hardest one to answer. Because honestly, like, as crazy as it is to say, yes, like if we sign Aaron Rodgers with this talent we currently have supporting him on the roster, yeah, I think within this next 2, maybe 3-year window, we got to win a freaking Super Bowl, which sounds insane because it's not like we, made it to the second round of the playoffs last year, had a disappointing loss, and now we have to go, all in for the big game. We're still trying to hit that postseason threshold. But now when you're bringing in a guy as talented as Aaron Rodgers, future Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, 4-time league MVP, the expectations go beyond just the playoffs. The expectations 100% go up, and they could very well be Super Bowl expectations, man. I mean, how could they not be when you have one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it, an offensive rookie of the year in Garrett Wilson, somebody who could have been offensive rookie of the year if he didn't get hurt in Breece Hall, a better defense than Aaron Rodgers has ever had in Green Bay, reunited with Nathaniel Hackett, potentially reunited with Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb. Yeah, I mean, the expectations are way up there. So it is, as scary as it is, we're going from, a decade plus without even sniffing the playoffs to expecting to at least make a deep playoff run, if not, go for a championship. So as scary as it is, yeah, I will be disappointed if we don't at least make a deep playoff run in the next 2 years. But we all have the Super Bowl on our mind for sure.
Let's win the AFC East.
That would be nice. That's a start. Oh man. Ooh.
If we win
the reason why I bring it, my bad. The reason why I bring that up is because Rodgers' teams in the past have been known to get to the playoffs and completely fall apart. and can't get, you know what I mean? And it's been like that in his career since 2010s. I think that's the last time you guys made the playoffs, actually, was the
Yep.
year the Packers won the Super Bowl. And you guys should have went there if, if you guys didn't fall behind against the Steelers in a championship game.
Yep.
So you guys actually probably would have played Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl that year, which is crazy if you think about it. Which is also the last time he's won. But I think the one thing that you guys have that those Packers teams a lot didn't have is I think you guys got better coaching with Salah, and I think you guys have a way better defense. You know what I mean? Where you
I
don't
think
need
that's
Aaron
really the
Rodgers
X
to go for
factor.
300, 400 yards a game and go and be the old Aaron Rodgers from like 5-6 years ago. You just need Aaron Rodgers not to be Zach Wilson. You know what I mean? So, and he can manage the game too, because you got Breece Hall in the backfield. You got Mekhi Becton on that line. You got you're going to get healthy next season. You got Elijah Moore, and then you're going to add most likely, like I said, Lazard and Cobb there. And who knows what else you can add to that team. I think you guys probably need to go out and get another tight end, because I don't think Tyler Conklin's going to cut it, especially with Aaron Rodgers. You can probably go out and get Gesicki. I mean, that would be a pretty good move for you guys. You guys got the cap space to go do it. I don't know why you guys aren't talking to him.
Well, we got Uzama. We got Uzama as well.
Oh, that's right. You do. Yeah, that's right. You guys.
Yeah, so we're good at tight end. But more weapons, the better, man. And I think that with Cobb and Lazard potentially coming, it really just feels like it's inevitable. And I hate talking about these hypotheticals and it's not being confirmed. You know, it's just driving me nuts.
Well, here's the thing. I said this on Twitter and I said this on my live stream yesterday. I said that you guys better hope and pray you guys get Aaron Rodgers now, because you guys really don't have a plan B in place. Because Garoppolo went to the Raiders. It looks like the Vikings are going to restructure Kirk Cousins, so you can cross that off your little plan Z or whatever. Derek Carr went to who did he sign for? Saints. Derek Carr?
Saints.
He went to the Saints. So there isn't really much out there right now for you to go get. The only other option would be Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't know how, like, you guys have a lot of cap space. I don't know if you guys could pull off a move like that, because if Aaron Rodgers is going to hold you guys hostage for the next couple of days, and tomorrow is the day that teams can go ahead and sign Lamar Jackson to offer sheet, like the Washington Commanders and Atlanta Falcons, then you guys need to get this done now. So you guys just go ahead and know that he's going to be your quarterback rather than living in hypotheticals. But I just don't see how Aaron Rodgers can pull I mean, he is an asshole, but I don't think he's that much of an asshole where he would have you guys strung along and the Packers strung along just not to go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, man. I think that the deal needs to happen for a lot of reasons, and all the plan B, C, Ds, and all the backup plans are dissipating, and that's the sad part. You know, even Mike White's gone. So it's like, okay, now if Rodgers decides to retire, which it really seems so unlikely, Lamar Jackson's the next best option. But even that is a lot. You got to give up 2 first-round picks plus a big $200+ million fully guaranteed contract.
He's worth it, Richie.
But I was about to say, I think it's worth it. And I'm all in for Lamar. Trust me. Give me Lamar. Give me Rodgers. I'm a happy man heading into next season. But we're approaching 3 hours and 13 minutes. I don't know how much longer I can go. I might be wrapping up the show soon, guys. And then we're going to be live again later. Because, I mean, what more? There hasn't been any news. It's been really quiet since the Allen Lazard news broke this morning. So,
okay, guys. Well, appreciate Richie for you having me on. Probably see you tomorrow at the AFC's Roundtable. Make sure y'all go sub to the AFC's Roundtable channel.
Tyson. I'll see you tomorrow
see
night.
you guys later, Jack. See ya. Nice talking to you, bro.
Peace to you, brother. Take care.
Peace out, Tyson. See you
You
tomorrow,
too.
bro. That's the great Master at Work. Make sure you guys check out his channel, because he comes out with one of the best NFL edits you'll get. Like, in terms of comedy, trolling, but also just amazing cinematic, just trailers and just NFL stuff. So check out my man Master at Work, and you'll see him tomorrow night live on the channel. AFC East channel, by the way. At A-Rod, the call and link to settle it here and now. Yeah, bro, I wish, PC.
Imagine if we had Rodgers on the show right now.
Oh my God, that'd be great. I wish.
Yeah, I'm fully lying down at this point. So whenever you wanna call it, man.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna call it soon and just decompress a little bit, eat some food, and if there's any other news coming out, I'll be live when it happens.
I did get the phone call that the guitar will be ready to get picked up at 3:00, so hyped about that. Gonna grab some lunch. Gonna take a hot shower. Maybe watch. You know what I watched last night, Rich? I watched The Menu.
Oh, you did?
I did. I
like
loved it. I loved it. I thought it was a very. I did. I thought it was a very interesting movie, and I thought that they were trying to. It wasn't really very plot driven as it was a movie with a message behind it, you know?
Yeah, the symbolism was the key for it.
Yeah, and Ray Fiennes, the guy who played Voldemort, is my guy. Phenomenal actor. Good movie.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I'll go watch that again. I enjoyed it a lot. I feel like it's one of those movies where on the second watch you just pick up every little detail, probably a lot more, little foreshadowing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was unique. I watched that on the freaking plane, so that's something I'd like to watch on a big screen.
Yeah,
tiny little cubicle screen.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap up the show here, guys. Again, thank you for all the love and the donations, like this man right here. Simply marvelous. Don't stress, you guys are kids. It will happen. Raider Nation for life. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Good luck to your Raiders. Congrats on Jacoby Myers, if you're happy about that.
Appreciate you, Marvelous.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Marvelous, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys listening in. That's going to wrap up this show, and I'll be live whenever any news breaks. So we'll see you guys then. Peace out.
Have a good one, guys.
Great live chat today. You guys are awesome.